lived and wandered these plains, doing as they pleased. However, this peace would not last. The Dawn Wars began as a conflict between two siblings, the Paladin Dragon Bahamut and the Dark Dragon, Chromatic Dragon Tiamat. Bahamut wished to create a plane for their
Platinum Dragon?
Platinum Dragon Bahamut.
Okay.
Dark Chromatic Dragon.
Gotcha.
Bahamut wished to create a plane for the creations to live and flourish, while Tiamat, blessed with foresight, disagreed, foreseeing the destruction and the wounds that these creations would inflict upon the world and each other, believed that this plane should never be. Lines were drawn, sides were taken. No living mortal soul can say who struck first, but the battles that raged through the elemental planes, carving deep wounds into them. The Fae and the Shadows, seeing these conflicts, withdrew and crafted their own realms and planes of existence away from this conflict. Thus, the Feywilds and Shadowfall came to be. Tiamat and Bahamut's conflict lasted millennia, with neither side seeming to be able to gain advantage. Gods fought gods, alliances were formed and bound in more than blood. These deities gave themselves over wholly to the alignment that they were binded to. Those that betrayed these paths, that they bound themselves to. Wow, this is a very poorly formed sentence. Those that betrayed the past were forever forgotten all. There were countless gods before the wars. However, after the war, there were but a handful of gods that are currently worshipped today.
Yo, Ryvan, how you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling pretty good, actually.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Popped some Percocets, took a giant nap, you know.
Excellent. Yeah, feel free to leave whatever you're not using this weekend. You know, party it up at your house, video games and laundry. What?
He gave me
Always a good time.
fucking 40 of them.
Oh yeah,
Probably about 3 of them.
Tell you what, your mom doesn't have to pay me. You and I will work out a alternative method of compensation.
Okay.
Gentleman's agreement.
Oh well, dude, don't go insulting us. We're hardly gentlemen.
That's fair. Lady Moonfire definitely takes note of that.
Hey, I've been nothing but a gentleman to her.
I know
I'm
you
gonna
have.
go find that missing fucking kid.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
But yet
we
he
all-
got distracted immediately by the barmaid.
Yeah. As soon as he found out there were other half-elves in the in Loudwater.
Oh, dude, my radar.
What the fuck? Rage. It was great.
My radar was going off all over town, but you know, I'm gonna bank that for later.
So how does that actually work, the radar thing? Can you, like, pinpoint them, or do you just know they exist somewhere around you?
You know,
Dude, I'm like fucking Superman. I know where I'm needed.
That's great.
All right.
Or do I throw it off because I'm a half-elf?
You're not really my pointy-eared type, my friend. Though I'm sure you're a very attractive half-elf.
Yeah.
I don't know. Buy me a drink. Find out.
The last drink you ever had.
And things got awkward.
Fine. Buy me 2 drinks. We'll get past it. Who are we all gonna be here tonight?
Everyone
or
is here except for Pete. Pete is the one who's not.
Oh, that motherfucking hillbilly.
He is he apparently has school things that he is doing.
Will he be joining us, or is he? No.
He's out for the night. I'll be playing Pete tonight.
Oh.
Oh,
Not
right.
nearly
That's,
as fun.
that's a conflict of interest for me.
It's going to be my goal sometime before the end of this campaign to get him to shoot me with an arrow so I can catch it and fling it back to him without him knowing.
That'll be great to
Well,
watch.
there goes my pocket sand and warehouse idea.
I mean, you can still do it. I'll be the one playing him, so. Just
No,
tell me
I'll-
what you're-
I'll be going by myself.
All right. So let us begin this evening. Because I know we are on a tight-ish schedule.
So we're at the tankard.
You're currently at the tankard.
We're discussing our plans for tomorrow.
Yep. For those of us joining us, the group was to gain some information on where the Lady of Shadows was at. Just to kind of recap on where we're at as well. You're back at the tankard at the moment. The group was able to, through multiple areas across the town of Loudwater, were able to discover a place where they potentially could meet the Lady of Shadows, or at least meet an informant of hers. They've ever since then they arrived back at the Tankard, began discussing their plans. Things, did some shopping along the way. Began progressing. Are currently still sitting at the Tankard. We're about midday at this point. They're enjoying a midday meal. At which point, yeah, do something fun because reasons. And it's this one. Ding. Aw, damn it.
That doesn't sound fun.
Ding. Ooh. I'm giving us pictures to look at rather than staring at, you know, our screen of everything while we RP.
Oh, loud water.
Sure.
Better ideas of what loud water looks like through my brain and through everything like that. So, okay. So currently they are sitting at the tavern of the Green Tankard, discussing plans of what they're wanting to do, different things along. All right, guys, what are you doing tonight? Is the plan moving forward?
Well, should we just run through briefly what we talked about during the week in chat?
Yeah.
We recap the plan.
We have our plan. We're gonna. So, Karma is gonna go in alone. He's gonna sweet talk his way in to get an audience with whoever it might be in this warehouse. It could be no one. It could be a dead end and be nothing. And then he's gonna use, if it goes poorly, he's gonna use his little enchanted belt buckle to signal the rest of us to come in, swords blazing, to save the day, and hopefully not get him killed.
And I would recommend that that we should have, I don't know, at least Tyrion stay a long ways away. Everybody else be maybe 2 blocks away. So
Okay.
response time is going to be bad if shit goes wrong, but it shouldn't go bad.
Okay.
We're in the where we're going is like the middle of town, right? Like,
Where you're going is the upper.
well, I mean, it's it's firmly situated in the town.
It's it's pretty much in the northwestern area of town.
Okay.
Right, it's like the docks, and then there's the warehouse that you are in.
But it's a busy area, right?
What was that?
It's a busy area, right?
The area that that Kaios pointed out to you in the warehouse itself was not. Actually, you guys don't know just because you have never been there.
Scout it out, don't we?
All right. Well, I say we scout it out then.
We
Yeah,
could do
but
that. So do we want to
again-
scout out tonight?
Hang on. Before we do anything, we should test the magical belt buckle thing to make sure it actually works. Because I make no guarantees.
Clarissa, did you enchant it?
Yeah, she.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a very good chance it's not going to work the way we intended. It's just going to unclasp and remove the pants. So I say I am on board with this testing.
So how about we do this? We split into 2 groups.
Mm-hmm.
This is an idea. Group A, probably the one without Tyrion, goes to check out the warehouse, to scope it out and see what we can find out. While another group goes, and did we entertain the idea of going and talking to Gregory again?
That Clarissa threw that out. We could.
I would say we should.
Okay.
We're talking about a well-established organization that gets away with a lot of crime. My
Right.
guess is they have connections in the Guard.
Sure. I have no interest in talking to Gregory.
Okay.
I made a promise to investigate these children. I'm not going to take. I mean, I'm happy to not be right in the middle of things, but that's just too indirect.
Well,
Okay.
and also remember, we're talking to each other right now, so
I know. I'm
you know
telling
what
you.
we're going to go and do. So you should. I'm going to recommend that Tyrion, Clarissa, and let's say I don't know, Salix. Let's have you 3 go to Gregory.
Yeah, not happening.
Let Tyrion go with the warehouse group.
I'm not going to go into the middle of the warehouse.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him with the warehouse group
I'm
because
happy to stick. Like, I'm
he-
not going to talk to Gregory. I'm
he is the only one who we know the Lady of Shadows knows about. There's no way Narrows didn't tell.
And we're doing this as a test anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't like we're not really going to go for information from Gregor. We're not expecting anything from that. This is
If,
Yeah, I
just
know.
the
That's
belt
why
buckle.
I'm not going.
So
I-
can I
I
suggest
don't
that
expect to get
Salix,
anything out of him.
Clarissa, and Matrim go find Gregory, and the other 4 go to the warehouse, and we'll meet back here for the night, and then do our plan in the morning.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that, and I'm happy to hang back, but I'm not going to be on the.
Okay, so who's going where?
We're going to take Clarissa, Salix, and Matrim. We're going to go pay Gregory a visit if we can find him. Because I know that Gregory and Clarissa are good friends.
Okay.
Can I just throw this out here real quick? I would prefer to be doing this in the evening. Like I would like to go to the warehouse in the evening.
Well, luckily
So
it is evening
we
by
can go
now.
scout out now, and then we can
Return at
actually
night.
go later.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, assuming nothing goes horribly wrong, that should work.
That's a terrible assumption, little gnome.
I was about to say it's about it's about midday. I think is what I said earlier.
Yeah.
And
So
during
it's about
this time,
noon to 1 right
So
now.
we have plenty of time to go and scout it, meet
And
back
what-
up with Tankard, go through our plans, then actually go and do it.
and while we're split up, we should have Carmen test his belt buckle and see if Clarissa notices anything.
Yes.
Yeah, just flick it when you get, like, to the warehouse. I mean, I shouldn't be doing anything that me
Well,
like,
but no,
sheep would be bad.
no, that's a terrible way to test it. We won't know if it works if we're not together. She'll know. We won't know.
That,
Well, we'll meet again tonight at the tankard.
Yeah, but what if shit goes wrong before that and we need to know? I understand that we're just trying to scout this, but that doesn't mean.
Well,
that's
let's
all that's gonna
try
go
the belt buckle right now, then, and then we can go and scout afterwards.
well, let's make sure it works at least over a short distance. So I'm going to go upstairs. So
Okay.
Clarissa jumps
Okay.
down to the table.
Clarissa
down.
jumps
Okay,
down, walks
try the
upstairs.
belt buckle.
All right. As Karma flicks unclasps the belt buckle, and then reclasps it. Clarissa, you make your way all the way up to your room. About second or third step away from the top landing, you feel this uncontrollable, violent vibration in your belly, and you feel the very, very sudden urge to rush to the bathroom.
Ah! It shouts down the stairs. Oh yeah, it's working. Turn it off. Undo it. Yeah. Oh god.
Karma reclasps the belt buckle. The vibration is still going.
Oh dear.
Oh my!
At this point, Clarissa runs to the bathroom and takes care of business. Rest of you are downstairs and hear this, and you see little gnome run back down the stairs, past the bar, to the bathroom and back.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that the first time. What sound did we hear?
You heard kind of Clarissa kind of screeching, going, ah!
There we go. All right, yeah, I heard it again. We're good.
Enjoy, gentlemen. All right. So Clarissa is currently indisposed.
All right, so that's not going to work.
So let's go and scout it now. I guess the other group can just stay here. Anybody who wants to come and scout, come and scout. I assume the Tyrion, you're going to stay here. Hold down the fort. Check on the gnome for us, please. We'll be back shortly, and then we'll go and take care of business.
So who's going?
Wait,
to the
you
warehouse?
assume I'm staying where? Do you not listen to me? I'm not staying anywhere.
Just go into the warehouse, man.
I'm going to the warehouse.
I am to the warehouse.
Because you're super stealthy.
Tyrion,
I can
Sandor.
be super stealthy. That's stupid.
All right, Salix, are you going? Are you sticking around? Or are you going?
No, I'm going to take care
Okay, then I guess I'm going to change plans here, guys. Let's not scout it. I don't want to have Tyrion anywhere near that warehouse until it's actually time for us to do it.
Carmen,
You're
he's going to
the
go on.
only one they're looking for.
Can Clarissa be done with the bathroom now?
Nope, you're still indisposed.
Damn it.
All right, fantastic. I'm gonna head over towards the docks then.
All right.
As a
at this-
warning, can I say, Tyrion, be very careful. They know your face. You've spoken to the tiefling that we're looking for. So,
All right. So
Yeah, I don't see why we can't use that to our advantage, to be quite honest.
well, what do you want to do with that?
Well, let's see. The warehouse needs to be scouted. I figure that if I go and wander around the docks, they're not going to be watching the warehouse too closely.
Oh, you're going to the docks.
Yeah, near the warehouse.
Oh, okay.
I told you I would hang back. I'm not gonna like just charge in there as much as that sounds like a lot of fun. Oh.
Okay,
Let's do
But
that.
how close are the docks to the warehouse? Or how far away are we talking?
The docks run the entire like bordering side of Loudwater, with the Loudwater River itself. So there's so the warehouse that you guys are looking for is like in this kind of like alcove. The wall, like within this alcove, northwest side of it. It's about like it's right on the water pretty much. Like ships could boats could easily like unload their cargo, get cargo loaded from this actual area itself. Oop, did we lose somebody?
Yeah, Vanguard mentioned that he's having headset problems.
Ah, fun. Okay, we'll press on. So the docks run that entire northern border of Loudwater, of the town of Loudwater.
Thank God.
hey, he's back, baby.
The warehouse that you're looking for is very close to the west, or very close to the western edge of the town, but it's like 2 streets in from the outside of town.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to recommend that you 5... Wait, there are 5 of us here, correct? But other than me?
There are
I guess technically...
We have a total of
5
6
of us.
people here
There's
today.
5 of us other than you.
Okay, so I'm going to recommend that you 5 go to the docks and poke around a little bit. I'm going to head directly for the warehouse after you guys leave.
So no one's going to talk to Gregory then.
Salix is going to make sure that Clarissa's okay, and when she is, then Clarissa, Salix, and Matrim will go and find Gregory if they can.
Okay.
That's fine.
We'll meet back here tonight, and then we'll see how it goes.
All right, Salix. As you walk back towards the outhouse, towards the back door, and then to the outhouse that Clarissa currently in, you see Clarissa emerging from the outhouse. All of a sudden, she takes about 2 steps out, turns around very quickly, back in. Welcome to the wonders of magic, gents. All right. All right. So, just so I am aware, who is headed to the warehouse? Karma.
Just myself.
Just Karma?
Tyrion's heading
Tyrion.
to the docks near the
Right.
warehouse.
Okay, so Tyrion, you're headed towards the docks near the warehouse.
Yeah,
Karma,
It's Ryven and Vanguard.
Ryven, ninja backup? Question mark.
I'll go ninja backup.
Ninja backup engage.
Are
At
you?
no point unless he
who are
gets
you-
engaged am I getting within,
Who are you? Who are you
uh,
backing up?
I guess, our paladin here.
Tyrion.
Backing up.
Tyrion.
Okay, so-
Without, yeah, I'm not getting within 20, 30 feet of him.
Okay, so you guys, all 4 of you, or 3 of you, I guess. Vanguard, what are you doing?
I'm following Tyrion.
Okay, so all 4 of you
I
exit.
just want to point out that I'm slightly inebriated, Dengar is.
Fantastic, I love it.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna break away from the rest of them. I don't want to be
Well,
up on their shit.
walking out of the tankard before you leave the tankard, Tyrion, Thangard, and
Okay.
break off and head to the right. Start
on my
heading,
D20s.
start towards the east and then back north, heading up towards the dock. Karma, you immediately break off to the west and begin heading north.
Okay, before he does that, before
Yeah.
you do that,
I
Karma.
was going to say, just while we're still in the tavern, I'm going to say, all right, we're going to go head there right now, but if I encounter any problems, I'll try and get away as fast as I can. I'll make a lot of noise.
Well,
So-
Karma, try not to make any noise. I think the elf and the tipsy dwarf will occupy some attention over by the docks. You should be able to scout freely. I plan on making it well known that I'm looking for narrows and I am not happy. Dude thinks I mean business. I mean business.
All right, fantastic, cool.
I'd like
I
to
will
hang back already
horns
and
if I need to.
stealth.
Okay,
Well,
yeah, go for
London.
it. Go ahead and roll stealth.
But we need to roll
to be seen.
speech work.
What was that?
Oh yeah, talking order.
Oh yeah, go ahead and roll a d20. Everyone roll a d20 and give me that real quick.
6.
It's gonna be that kind of night.
Change these handouts. Ah.
Oh, so just to break RP for a minute, Matt, is your wife around?
No, she's not, but I will. I'll let you know when she's home.
Yeah, just
Right.
tell her to shoot me
Vanguard,
a message or
event.
whatever, whenever, because I need to give her money.
Yeah, no worries.
17 plus.
Yeah, you need to give me money too.
Did you set me up with a badass Valentine's Day gift for my girlfriend in a span of less than 24 hours?
I did not, but I
Then
feel
no,
like
I
you could.
I feel like not as well as she did.
Karma and Thangart roll again.
Yeah,
Probably
she's
true.
good at that.
Alright, so cool. Okay. Okay. I'll have the talking order to you momentarily.
Well, in that moment, I just want to say, Matt, buddy, I just hope that she understands what she's gotten herself into. Like, this is now a lifetime engagement. I will no longer be putting any effort into these things myself. She's my
Just
advisor.
think about all the damn pressure this puts me under, right? Because she's constantly doing this for guys to buy for their women, and I can't utilize her for that. So
You know what? You utilize her for other things, so I can live with it.
that's true.
You tell me your Valentine's Day gift?
Giggity.
Okay. So, Karma, you're making your way towards the warehouse. We will come to you momentarily, for the sake of brevity, I'll say you make your. Actually, we'll start with you. We'll you make your way towards the warehouse. You
I'd like
able
to
to
go
find it well
stealth
enough.
before I get close.
You're able to find it well enough. You ask a few people around about a warehouse that, like an abandoned warehouse. There's not a ton of them in the town of Loudwater. Able to find it fairly easily. It takes you to the northwest of town, and it's about 2 or 3 streets from the actual edge of town. You actually have to cross the northern wall, or cross beyond the northern wall, in order to get to the docks itself. So that leads you back towards the center, and you make your way northwest from there. You find it very simply, very easily. Thank you, Krista. And so that is where you make it to at this point in time. Go ahead and roll stealth as you are attempting to do this.
Actually, this
It
works out
is
well, because the bottom of the talking
14.
order is literally one group, and the top is the other.
Absolutely.
And Karma's in the middle. That works out really well. Well rolled, guys. We totally did that on purpose, right?
Yeah, super. I love it. Great.
Wait, we roll for these things? I just pick a number with my head.
Oh, Jesus, you piece of shit.
Messing with you.
Ran. Cool. Okay. Talking order will be updated momentarily. Karma, what are you doing?
Oh, it's not updated yet. Never mind then.
Oh,
It will
I
be
told
updated
you.
momentarily.
I said I wanted to go
It's updated
stealth
now.
before I got there.
Yeah, I said roll stealth.
14. I did.
All right, you pull your hood's normally naturally up, so you pull it, you put it up. You try your best to get in, try your best to get into kind of like just a normal walking pattern, as walking with the different crowds that are walking around the town of Loudwater at the moment. So, you think you're stealthy, relatively? Or you think you're pretty stealthy, and pretty decently right now. So, with the amount of crowded area, as you walk up on the as you walk up to the actual the warehouse, you're greeted with a fairly kind of run down area. See one of the boats. Background of it. It's 2 stories. Walking up to it. One kind of very central. It's a very large establishment made of kind of brick mortar, and clay. Very nice, but definitely looking run down. Barrels tossed and strewn all over the place. Looking up to the top of it, you see a chimney. The chimney does not have any smoke out of it. Very kind of just small area.
Dilapidated?
Yeah, that's where.
Nice. Good vocab.
Duxter, the only music that's playing is ambient sound.
Okay.
Listening to your game, like your PC sound, should be playing through your speakers.
That's what I thought. It's not. But that's my problem. Go ahead.
Yeah. Anyways, so that is primarily what do you see? What achieve or look at this point?
I don't want to get anywhere close to it. I just want to kind of take a look around, see if I want to. Can I maybe do an investigation to see if there's anybody around? Maybe watching it.
That would be more of a perception check
Perception?
than anything. So go ahead and roll your.
Okay, perception. Oh, 4. That's great.
Not a lot about it. Looking at the actual warehouse itself and around and like the area around you see what appear to be dock hands walking back and forth. There's occasionally a person that walks by it, but no one's really paying any attention to it itself. So
Okay. All right. Well, then I'm gonna go ahead and because I think I've done pretty much everything I can do. So I'm gonna head back to the docks area to meet up with everybody again.
all right. So Tyrion, Sandgart, and Ivan.
Riven, if I'm not
Stealth
mistaken.
following about
Ryven,
20,
you're still
25 feet
behind. Tyrion, what are you doing? I guess is you're
and
the
following
one who's,
them.
Okay,
you're the
I
one who
am.
We need to really worry about.
Right. Riven, did you roll a stealth check yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ryven, what was your stealth check?
It's up there,
Something?
23.
Yeah, you're
Oh.
able to pretty much
I get
exactly
plus
fade
6
into the
to
crowd.
stealth.
You're able to fade into the crowd. Nobody fucking.
God,
you're
man,
just-
like Assassin's
you are a
Creed
very
style. Just
sneaky bastard.
Yeah.
awesome.
Perfect.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna head towards the docks that are near the warehouse,
Okay.
and
You,
I
so-
would just like to look around and see if I can find someone like a dock foreman or any people that look like they're employed on the docks.
Okay. You make your way to the docks, and like you pretty much like do like as soon as you walk through the outer wall of Loudwater, it's very apparent that you're very close to the docks anyway. So you continue making your way down towards it. You see boats being loaded. There's a few deckhands who are tossing things to and fro off the dock onto different boats, and then the boats some of the boats begin taking off. Are you pulling any? You're just pulling any random person? Or are you pulling?
Look, if I can see someone, let me put it this way: if I can make out that there is someone clearly in charge of the dock hands or organizing the dock hands, fair enough. If not, I'm just looking for someone who's not on a ship. Someone that's at the docks.
Make an investigation check then.
Investigation. Okay. 12.
Okay. Looking around, you don't see anybody
Mm-hmm.
that really fits that description. Nobody. The dock hands seem to be just kind of going about their work, doing what they need to do, getting the cargo loaded off the or different boats.
Right. I don't see anyone that looks like they're
you
employed
wait
at
a-
the docks. That's
you wait a
obviously I
moment.
don't find a foreman, but
You wait a moment. You wait a few minutes. Like, not in this immediate vicinity that you're at. There doesn't appear to be anybody who's very much in charge. Dockhands seem to know exactly what they need to do. Area.
Real quick, sorry. Can I, like, halfway back to the docks, can I turn back and go back towards the warehouse?
You're still investigating at this point. You're
Okay.
still just watching the warehouse.
yeah, this is concurrent action.
You are still currently just watching the warehouse at this point.
Okay.
Just trying to figure out what's going on.
Are there
There's-
any ships that look like their cargo is going towards the warehouse that we're...
All of the boats, that you see are currently docked at this point and have either cargo being loaded or offloaded. Two different warehouses.
Okay, so I can't, pin down one that's going to the warehouse we want.
Nothing concrete at this point. No.
Damn you, dice! Okay.
Gotta love them dice, guys.
Yeah, I do actually love my dice. Okay. I'm going to walk up to the first dock hand that I see.
Okay. Walking up. Okay, so you, as you're looking around,
At
you
least
make
I'm
your way.
late.
You make your way up to this very burly individual has a very kind of shorter, coarse beard that is growing in, almost starting to bald, probably about mid 40s, mid 40s age. Has been working. It looks like he's been working at the docks for most of his life. You walk up to him.
Good sir, I mean not to interrupt your work, but I am looking for a certain individual. Might you point me to your foreman, or someone who knows the dealings of this area?
The dockhand looks at you and says, "Our foreman is currently over on the eastern side of the docks. You'd have to make your way down that way. You're looking for a man named Samson."
Samson? Love it. How far away is Samson? What? By eastern side of the docks. What are we talking?
He just points down the opposite direction from where you assume the house is.
So we're not talking like the other side of town.
No, it's just like you would basically have to start walking down the docks.
Fair enough. All right, I'm gonna do that then. I'm gonna go look for Samson. I want to talk to Samson.
All right, you be. Jesus.
Yeah, I had
begin...
that in my back pocket.
Yep, I was waiting for it. So you begin walking down. And proceeding past. Walking down the docks. You're keeping your eye out for anyone who is looks like they might be telling people. You make an investigation check on this one as well.
Another investigation? Okie dokie. Be better. Nope, 12 again.
Okay. Jesus.
Roll.
Same goddamn roll. As you're progressing down the docks, you eventually find what you think is the dockmaster's headquarters. It's a small building, very like one room possibly, that just by looking at it from the outside. It has a slight sign that is hanging over it that just says dock. About it. D-O-C-K. That's about it.
Oh, at least they can spell. All right, I'm gonna go like knock on the door. Or is the door open? Can I like walk in?
Door is currently closed.
All right, I'm gonna knock on the door. Damn it! You beat me to it by like.
I tried.
2 seconds.
Yep. Welcome to the door. You knock on it. Door says, "Yes. How can I help you?"
I'm
come on
looking
in.
to
Come
speak
in.
to Samson.
Yes. Come in. I'm here.
Come in.
Walking into this building, you do realize that it is a single room. There's a fireplace that is currently against the back wall. No fires lit. No fires lit at all. It's a very kind of darker area. There's one little candle that is lit on a desk that is off to your left-hand side. An elderly gentleman is sitting currently at the desk. Enjoying what appears to, or trying to enjoy what appears to be a bowl of soup of some form. He's currently has gray hair that is kind of sticking out in a bunch of different directions. Very well muscled man, even though he is relatively older. Someone who definitely had started at the docks of Loudwater, from what you gather, and has continued to serve and try and do his job to the best.
How well is he dressed?
Looks like he's in typical work clothes. Clothing is normally just typical work clothes. Clothing's a little torn here and there on the sleeves. His pants look like they've seen the underside of a wagon, in all honesty. They have stains across the entire area on a basically just very worn clothing.
Alright, so this guy does not look like he's on the take. Sir, I wish to find a certain individual, and I was told that you have great knowledge of the dealings in these parts.
Which individual are you looking for?
His name is Narrows. He is a tiefling.
As soon as you mentioned Narrows, he kind of says, he kind of gets this look of, oh, that's one. At which point he actually says, oh, that's one you're looking for. Naros normally doesn't visit around the docks that often. He normally spends most of his time in the middle of town bothering the merchants. There's normally others that will come to this area from that organization.
Who are these others that you speak of?
Oh, just people who are just men, sometimes women, occasionally, who are looking to shake down or looking to gain some money and shake down the local fishermen. The local fishermen here. Most of the docks aren't really needing a ton of business. This is kind of just the back and way for people.
Where might I find these individuals?
They come and go as they please. There's an old warehouse that I've seen a few of them on the west side that I've seen a few of them hanging about, but they never stay there for quite long. They always seem to stop there and then begin walking away in a different direction. But that's only from what I've seen.
Very well. If you come across any of these individuals, please let them know the elf Tyrion seeks this Narrows. I have unfinished business with him.
He kind of gets this quizzical look on his face and says, "Why would you be looking for Nero? So many people who are looking for a fight go looking for him."
What I seek is not combat, but he has information that I need.
I'll if I see Narrows or any one of these from this organization, I'll pass it along.
Might there be some way I could recognize someone?
They seem as
From
common
this
folk.
organization.
They seem as regular and common folk as any around these parts.
Very well, thank you for your time. Tipsy Dwarf, let us go. Have you any ideas?
Vanguard, did you have anything that you wanted to add to that conversation, or anything you wanted to ask?
Well, actually,
go for
while Tyrion stepped down to go into that doorway, I was kind of just looking around, admiring what was going on, and kind of wandered off.
You wandered off?
Yeah, I just kind of wandered off.
Okay. Any place you're planning on going in particularly, or just
Well,
wandering around the city?
I'm just kind of wandering around, stumbling a little bit, smoking my pipe, just admiring what's going on.
Okay, you're just
Kind of walking, looking at stuff.
Alright, well then I'm gonna go out and try and find the dwarf.
All right, Tyrion, you walk out the door. You
Back up with the dwarf.
Ryvan, you would have seen Thangard and would have made note of which direction he was headed to.
Okay. I'm just gonna subtly try to get Tyrion's attention and just point in the general direction.
This is the worst time for me to be trying to get a head, or for my body to say, "Hey, get a headache." God damn it.
I got a perk set if you want it.
Tell you what, bring it over to my place, I'll make sure he gets it.
Okay, Carmack, can you read me your note? I can't read it.
For those of you who don't
when
know, I had surgery this morning on my hand, so that's why I've got
Because when I get headaches, I can't see shit. I literally lose my vision.
Okay, I'll just. I didn't actually write what I wrote in the note. Basically, it's like a full-page letter. It's very long and tedious. It has to do with the shipment of goods, proposed prices of those goods, etc. But then in Thieves' Cant throughout the letter, I write, I request an audience with the lady. Then at the very end of the letter, I put in Infernal, Brother Narrows, you may leave me a note with Kala if you accept my audience.
Okay. Are you leaving the note anywhere? Where are you leaving it?
Right on the door.
So you hunt down a piece of, just a nail, just slam it in, able to get it stuck in the door. Okay, cool. Okay, so Karma, you have made your way back to the tankard at this point. Clarissa, you are still... about an hour has passed at this point. You have some semblance recovered to an extent. You've made it to the point where you can get out of the... where you can get back into the tankard, and you're currently sitting at the same table that everyone else was sitting at, but you can't really move at that point. That's currently where you're at. But you can speak. You are able to move, function a bit, but any very strenuous activity would possibly set off another one of these attacks. The vibration has stopped, by the way.
Can Salix make a medicine check to see if he can do anything about this?
Mm-hmm. Yep, go ahead.
24.
Damn.
That's good. Looking at Clarissa, and from what you know of magic, the way that this enchantment, or the way that Clarissa's potential enchantment that she wanted it to happen, happened, just did not proceed in the way that she wanted it to. The way for it to potentially finish up is to get out of your system. You do grasp your holy symbol and lay your hands on her.
Bet she loves that.
Just on her. It's just laying on top of her head. You say a quick prayer and.
Hey man, that gnome's into some weird shit.
Yeah,
Just
that's
saying.
true. And the holy energy is able to make Clarissa feel a little bit better, but she still is semi out of sorts.
Remind me never to enchant anything again. That's horrible.
At which point, Tyrion and Ryven and Carmen all have made their way back to the green tankard and have joined.
Did we leave the drunk dwarf behind?
The dwarf is currently walking around,
Okay, good for
taking
him.
the scenery.
Respect.
I can't read this because of reasons.
Nothing important in chat right now, Shadow. I'll let you know.
Thangard. Yep. Go ahead and make an investigation check, or make a perception check. Actually, that'd just be a perception check.
Obviously, I can't read that.
2.
Ooh.
In your boozy delusional state, you attempt to make yourself as familiar with the area as you can. There was one time when you almost accidentally just wander off the pier, at which point a deckhand grabs you real quick and pulls you back and says, "Walk this way, Master Dwarf," and points you back down the pier. At that point, you two eventually make your way back to.
So no one went and talked to Gregory. Are we still doing that?
No one went to talk to Gregory.
Okay.
That guy's worthless. Why would anybody want to talk to him?
Kinda why I didn't want to do that in the first place.
Anyways, okay.
So who is back at the tavern? Are we all
Everyone's back at the
tavern?
tavern.
We're all
Everyone's back at this point. You've all you're approaching about 2 or 3 at this point.
Okay. Karma, what did you learn?
The place looks thoroughly deserted. I couldn't tell if there's anybody watching it or not. However, I did leave a note requesting an audience in such a way that wouldn't be noticeable by the guard.
Where did you leave the note?
Right on the door.
Subtle. I like it.
And then, so I'm gonna recommend. Well, first I'm gonna see how the gnome's doing. I'm gonna ask how. I'm gonna ask her well-being.
Chanting anything ever again. That was horrible. Although I do feel a bit better thanks to the human cleric friend. Thank you.
How long might your enchantment have another charge in it?
Let's not do that again.
Okay.
I don't know. I honestly have no idea. I'm not a trained enchanter. I just tried that on a whim, and it worked. Her eyes, she perks up a little bit at that.
Was that a one-time use thing, Clarissa?
I have no idea.
Okay, we should probably just cut that belt buckle off.
And toss it in the river. Maybe set it on fire.
Karma's gonna say, what about if we use it as an absolute, like if I'm surrounded by 15 people and have no escape?
Ugh.
Because it might not even work. It might not even work at that point. But if my life is on the line, I would like to have at least one out.
I suppose my stomach can be spared for your life, but only in absolute dire use, and know that it will probably completely incapacitate me, so don't expect any magical fireball support.
You have my word that I will not use it frivolously.
Thank you.
How many people did you see walking in and out of the building?
I didn't see anybody going in and out of the building. That's why I left the note.
It was completely dark, no lights in the windows?
What'd you say?
Completely dark with no lights in the windows?
Completely dark.
I don't understand why we wouldn't all just charge right in there then. It doesn't sound like there's too many people in there.
I also tire of this indirect approach. If we are looking to meet this lady, we need to make ourselves known.
I have made myself known, and I stress that this is not the type of organization that's going to take well to a large group of party running into one of their bases of operations, most likely.
At which point you hear the...
It's not an organization I'm trying to be friends with at the moment. They have information. I want it.
At which point, a small, maybe 10 to 12-year-old boy runs up to you, Karma specifically, and hands you a note that is written completely in Thieves' Camp.
Okay. Is the messenger? Is the boy staying here?
The boy is standing there looking at you. He's about 10 or 12 years old, kind of sandy hair. Standing there waiting apparently for a reply.
Okay. I'm gonna start writing a reply, which is gonna take a while because Thieves Camp takes forever to write into normal stuff.
Anyway, so just write down what you want to write. That's fine.
Okay. Do you want me to actually write it on the note?
You can tell me.
Okay. So basically, what I want to say is, during a recent heist in the town you may or may not have heard of, I was able to come away with a significant portion of gold from your town's mayor. I wanted to make sure that I didn't, that nothing is due to you, as I know I'm in your territory. And frankly, I'd like to meet you. I've heard a lot about you. I would give you a portion of the gold that I stole, and my greetings.
Okay. You write that in Thieves' Camp. You hand it back to the boy. Still stands there, waits expectantly.
And then I'm going to give him, let's say, a piece, just one gold, and then
you flip him a piece of gold. He looks down at it, looks back up at you, looks down at it, back up at you. This kind of cross-faced and confused face looking at you at the moment.
I'm going to say, take this back to who wrote the note.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get a drink and something to eat.
Looks down at the piece of gold, looks back up at you, down at the piece of gold, back up at you.
See, part of this reason is that I don't know what a good price is for this type of stuff. Okay, so let's just say I'll give him 5 gold total.
Yep. At that point, he takes the gold, pockets it, runs off.
Okay, and then also just a point of order. In the note, I did say to leave a reply with Kala, the general store person.
Yeah, apparently they didn't take to that.
Okay. So they know where they have us thoroughly.
You get the sense that they know exactly where you're at.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Anyone else doing anything? Are you guys? What else are you guys planning to do? I'm just gonna wait for that. Note.
Probably getting ready for a long rest so we can go in the morning and do this.
All right. Planning to go out in the morning.
Well, that's Salix's preference. I know Tyrion is ready to go, but we probably best be served by seeing how this pans out. He's anxious to get the information, and it appears that Karma is most experienced in dealing with these type of.
Okay, so Karma, another hour passes. About another hour passes. Same little boy runs up to you again with another note. This one just has a single number on it. Time this evening, you to meet at the warehouse, or that they would like. And it just says the number house.
Okay.
And then just says warehouse. That's all.
Okay. At that point, I'm gonna say that. Well, first of all, I'm.
So it's about
going to
I
have
was gonna say in our time it's about 9 o'clock.
Okay, so back when the first note arrived, I'm gonna have basically explained to everybody exactly what I wrote in Thieves' Cant and what the note said, and then
I'll say that you did that after in between the time from,
Okay.
From the time that happening.
Okay, and then so I tell them that tonight we have a meeting.
Okay.
I
Meeting
should
is
probably
tonight?
go. They definitely know that we're together. However, I'm going to say I should go alone and have you guys nearby, but not anywhere just blocks away. So at this point, I'm by myself because otherwise I might insult them and have bad things happen.
Yeah, you seem to know what you're on about. Clarissa agrees to this plan.
Salix also agrees.
I will give this one chance.
Salix
follow
says,
that well?
if this doesn't work, we can go knock the doors down and get what we need here.
I would agree.
Have little patience for this
At which
subterfuge.
point,
Children's lives may be at stake.
I turn towards
I'm
Matrim saying,
willing.
Matrim, if it comes to that, let's try and keep one alive this time, shall we?
Matrim kind of gives a grudging shrug and says, "My arrows fly where they need to, and where I tell them to." At which point he takes a big swig of his anchor in front of him and back down.
And inexplicably yells "Roll Tide" for reasons no one understands.
Okay.
That's fair. Okay. Yes, Salix, meeting is tonight.
Okay.
Do we know right where the warehouse is? Do all of us know?
I'll
I tell everyone where.
I was gonna say Karma
Yeah.
Karma is able to tell you pretty much exactly where
Yeah.
this supposed warehouse is.
How long until the meeting?
You're about at 4 o'clock, so another 5 hours roughly.
Fantastic.
Gonna say if you want to do anything else in between that 5-hour period, let me know, and we'll get that taken care of. Otherwise, we will skip forward to that time.
How far away is this brothel that I heard about? I'm kidding. Let's get
Right down the
meeting.
street.
Oh,
Tomorrow.
Fingard falls asleep on the booth.
I
that's
said
standing
I was
on.
kidding.
Sitting on it.
Thangard's completely asleep and knocked out at this
He's
point.
snoring pretty
Fantastic.
loudly.
Yeah.
We'll sleep it off.
At which point, Marsh. After about 5 minutes of this, Marsh says, "Oi! Would someone please wake that dwarf up and tell him to go up to his room?"
I'm going to be in my room meditating while this is happening.
Not me. Clarissa goes
Vanguard.
upstairs and sleep.
Get up.
All right. Thangard, you are roused awake at this point.
Oh man, I usually sleep harder than that.
Okay. Yeah, it's true. Salix yells at you. Salix yells at you a little bit. Starts pushing you, to the point where you just right off of the bench and just fall onto the ground, still completely asleep.
I have a plan for this.
Go for it.
After last time. Hold up, I have to look up a spell.
Oh my.
Oh no.
I slowly wake up and kind of look
Oh.
around and wander out the front door.
It's like, no.
Just right.
Well, Vanguard, don't wander too far. We have a meeting soon.
All right.
I'm just
Salix shouts this out.
stepping
Thangard just
outside.
begins walking outside.
All right.
Well, is anyone opposed to fast forwarding to our meeting?
Okay. So
Let's
As-
do this.
I was gonna say anything else that you guys want to do. That was my next question. I was finishing that. Does anyone want to do anything else to prepare before this evening, or are you guys?
Well, I've done my whole meditation bit.
Meditation.
My trance thing, so I'm
We get an update on Clarissa 5 hours later.
fully rested.
Clarissa, about 5 hours later, as you're approaching the time that they want you to begin meeting, Clarissa's walking a little bit better. She's able to actually move around a little bit more. Seems that she's regained most of her composure. Will occasionally reach down and grasp her stomach, but apart from that, she's pretty much relatively about where she should be at.
When I did that medicine check on her earlier and relieved some of her pain, was I able to determine if a cure wounds would affect her whatsoever?
You can always try.
Well, was I able to tell if that kind of spell would have any effect on her?
There was a 23, I think, on the.
I was gonna say,
check.
yeah, like a cure wounds. Like, it's not really a wound. It would have been more of a
that's why I'm asking,
magical.
'cause
Would
that's
have been
not-
like more of a
not-
magical malady than anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Ugh.
Clarification. Never mind, man.
And
That'd be fine.
Chanter's school before I try that again.
Okay. Okay, so as you are, time rolls around. You leave about an hour before you're supposed to meet there. You make your way to the warehouse. It's still sitting there. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Me? Perception?
Everyone, your perception.
Well, everyone else is like a block or two away, right?
Yeah.
I was
Oh.
actually thinking I was gonna sneak up through the docks, but
I was about to say, you guys are making your way towards the. You guys are making your way towards the towards the warehouse at this point.
oh, that's bad.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, so what do you? All right, so how are you guys doing this?
Okay, I'm gonna still recommend that they stay back, but I'm gonna say don't even try and hide, guys. They know you're here.
They might not know I'm here. Stealthing.
I don't care if they know I'm here.
Clarissa,
Exactly. That's my point. If I need help, it's gonna be a dire situation anyway. I shouldn't need help though.
I'm gonna stay close to Elfie here. My friend, and he might need my help, so yeah.
All right.
Works for me, little gnome.
All right, so what's the plan, guys?
Well, Karma,
Right.
you're going in.
So Karma's
I'll
walking.
take this.
Karma's walking in the door.
Yep.
All right, and the rest of you are.
Karma, how
Vanguard's
long
gonna stand right out front,
do you
outside of
expect
the
this
front
to
door.
take?
All right, so Vanguard's right out in front.
Just sitting there smoking his pipe, staring at the door.
Okay, so Vanguard's just standing kind of in front. Fantastic.
If he's going up, I'm gonna stealth and kind of hang out near there, not a block or two away.
All right, go ahead and roll a. All right, so
I did.
Raven, you're. All right, so Vanguard's just kind of watching. Vanguard, you as you're watching, smoking the pipe and watching the warehouse, you notice that there is that the building looks abandoned, but coming out of the chimney there is a faint white smoke that is coming out of the chimney. At this.
What's the weather like?
It's a relatively starry night. No, there hasn't been much rain or anything. It's been kind of just fair weather, as most of you have been here throughout the time. So.
Okay, I'm gonna try and find a spot on the docks where I can just see the warehouse and
Okay.
not necessarily be in plain view.
Clarissa's gonna stand right next to them.
Real quick, before we continue any farther, how much was our sum from the whatever her name is?
That was a 500 apiece.
500.
500
That's
apiece
what I
plus
thought.
anything. I was gonna say plus anything you guys bought,
Okay.
or minus anything you guys bought.
All right, so it's a relatively starry night. I assume there's like stuff on the docks. I'm gonna attempt to hide behind something with the gnome.
All right, you guys are. All right, you're probably
Not
okay, you guys are-
obstruct my view,
How
but
far are the docks away from the warehouse again? I thought it was a
I
couple
mean they're
blocks.
like right around there. I'm
Within
The docks,
distance.
situate
like
myself.
the warehouse is like again. It's like it's on the docks itself. It's on the like
Oh,
top
okay.
western portion of the docks. Like it is a place where like a boat could potentially pull into, like if needed be, to unload cargo, back and forth, like cargo loaded onto it. Like there is one entire side that actually like is a full room that a boat could just pull in and be loaded up with cargo.
Right. Okay.
Okay. All right. So so everyone else is staying hidden. Yeah, Ryven, you're stealthy. You're able to pretty much hide in the shadows.
Well, I'm
watching.
not hidden at all.
Oh, you're basically just being stealthy.
No, that's Riven, not whoever just spoke.
I thought you said everybody is.
Oh no.
Oh,
me.
I'm
No,
looking.
Tyrion
No,
hiding.
Vanguard, you're just leaning against the wall, watching it. You're the one who notices the white smoke. Ryven, you're pretty stealthy. Tyrion, you're doing your best.
I can be stealthy if I need to.
Yeah, you're being stealthy along the
I
docks,
would
just
be
kind of
happy
making
to
polite
roll if you
conversation with
wanted me
anyone
to,
who
But
making
if you're
polite.
just gonna give
No,
me
you're fine.
stealth, by all means.
You're making polite conversation as you're walking up and down. Karma, all right, what are you doing?
You know what? I'm actually gonna pull out that bottle of wine
Okay, pull out
and
the bottle of wine.
just
Start taking a few
pretend like I'm
drinks
just
of it.
hanging out on the docks, sipping some wine,
Okay,
looking.
okay. Karma, what are you doing?
So Karma's gonna go up to the door and he's gonna knock.
Okay. You wait. You go up to the door, knock. You wait a minute.
Okay, I'm gonna open up
Another
the door
minute.
then.
Another minute passes. Nothing.
Okay, I'm gonna open up the door then.
Okay. Open up the door. As you open up the door, light spills into this into the main room of the warehouse. Looking about. Go ahead and make a perception check real quick.
11.
Okay. Looking about, you see different old boxes, some that appear to be just kind of shattered inward. You see some other... looking about, you see some shattered boxes, some that are kind of covered inward. You see what appears to be a few barrels here and there. You swear that there's a rat that just kind of scurries about. Yeah. Proceeding forward, there's a second level of what appear just to be straight walkways that basically encompass this entire building.
How far away from the door am I?
I'd say you're about 10 feet away from the door at this point.
Okay.
Like,
My goal here is
proceeding
to go
in.
no longer than 30 feet away from the door. I want to keep that in mind as we're going throughout this. So go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. Walking in, there's you have with your low light vision, you're able to make out fairly distinct details around this area. There appears to be the building.
What time is it right about now?
It's about that meeting. It's right about that meeting time. You might be a few minutes early, but it's about that meeting.
Okay. So I guess I'm just gonna kind of stand there, cross my arms, close my eyes, and just kind of wait around for a little bit, and just do nothing, hang out.
All right, go ahead and make. So you stand there. You close your eyes. Make a perception check.
16.
About 10 minutes pass, and nothing appears to happen.
Okay.
Just as you're about to head back towards the door, you hear clapping.
Clapping.
Clapping coming off, which appears to be echoing just around this entire warehouse.
Okay. So then I'm gonna start. I'm gonna
Very,
go.
very slow clap.
I'm gonna go towards that area then. So
You
obviously-
have no idea where it's at coming
Oh.
from. It's just echoing all over.
So then I'm gonna say in Infernal, Brother Neros, are you here?
A voice rings out. A voice rings out from rings out around the warehouse that says, "You are no brother of mine, but yes, I am here."
I'm here to meet the lady.
The lady does not grant an audience with anyone, but you spoke of gold, and that always piques her interest.
Very well. As I put in my notes, I have recently run somewhat of a heist lately. Come across some money in your town. I recognize your authority in this place. Do you have anything that is due to you?
And who exactly did you rob? Most of those who have any semblance of money are either in our pockets or have already paid us.
Lady Moonfire.
At which point you kind of hear this slight chuckle, this very throatal chuckle, this. Oh, the so-called mayor of Loudwater. Yes. It is known to us that you helped eradicate the goblins that were living off to the west.
Yes, well, I
Not
thought that
so
would
much
be.
of a heist.
I
in
thought
my
that would be
opinion.
worth my time, but alas, the wench only awarded me 100 gold. While I was in her house, I was able to find a significant larger portion, around 500, all be told.
Make a deception check.
Deception. I think I have good deception. Ooh, buddy. 16 total.
All right. She has been known to keep a trinket here or there, but nothing of such value that we were aware of.
It was all in gold. No trinkets.
Well, you, at the very least, have piqued our interest. What business do you have with the Lady of Shadows?
I come from across the sea. I've worked with several different crime organizations. I've heard whispers of her, even there. I am simply an admirer, wish to meet her myself.
The lady does not often get admirers. At which point, a fire springs to life in a fire pit or in a fireplace behind on the very, very far wall, and you see what appears to be a tiefling a very, very red tiefling, although in the low light vision it's kind of more of a black and white scale, more of a gray scale. Horns that go back up and around and come back down along his jawline, giving him almost the look of tusks. And he just standing there looking at you and chatting with you. It's not often that she gets admirers, and she doesn't always come out to just chat with anyone who wants to speak with her. That's how she's survived so long. You, in knowing our business, know the best, or know the advantages of anonymity.
Absolutely, and I admire her all the more for it. I am going to be looking for more work around this area very soon. I've heard something about missing children. Have you heard anything about that?
Anyone who works in our line of business knows about those missing children. They're not as well informed.
Like I said, I am very new to the area. I've come from across the seas very recently. Please excuse my ignorance as I try and find the climate of this area.
Why should we trust you? You are staying with one of those members who assaulted me on the streets a few days ago.
Well, to be honest with you, the goal is to rob them eventually. All about gaining their trust. Clearly, they're...
Make a deception check.
Okay.
Or
14.
persuasion. I was gonna say or persuasion.
Persuasion.
One of the two. Whatever one is you want.
Well, I get +4 for both, so it was a 10 plus 4, 14.
Neros looks at you, narrowing his eyes a little bit, and just says, Oh, are attempting to rob them. Our organization does a little more than just simple petty thing.
Clearly, they are competent fighters as well. The goal is to get as much from them as I can, and both winnings from the goblin-type incidents, and then also skip off the side as much as I can. In addition to that, like I said, I am looking for other work. Maybe you guys might have a piece or two for me.
Perhaps. We might have a job coming up. Now that you speak of it, but in order to earn our trust, it will need to be.
Very well. What does this job entail?
As you've stated, you already know that there are missing children in the area. While we are not the ones who are acquiring them, it does not mean that we do not know who. We would like to gain some more favor with the individual. Bring us a child. Specifically... Actually, scratch up. Bring us a child. One that's... won't be noticed or missed. Then we'll talk.
Okay. I will look into it.
At which point the fire goes out, just almost instantaneously. It leaves you in complete and total darkness for a good solid second, and then it resumes. It comes back up and completely empty.
Okay. So, I guess I'll... While I'm in there, can I do a perception or investigation check to find maybe marks that he may have left? Maybe scout the area entire for hidden doors, passageways, etc.
Yeah, go for
it. 16 plus 4, 20.
Okay. As you walk around, as you're walking around the warehouse, you check all the walls and you go back up to where he was, near the back wall, and right next to the fireplace. As you approach the fireplace, you are feeling along the walls, and as you're feeling it, your hand goes over the fireplace, and then right immediately off to the left of it, your hand all of a sudden goes right through a section of the wall. As you're applying pressure, you pull your hands out and gingerly push your hands back in, and your hand just disappears into what seems to be a very well-structured portion of this wall.
Okay. I'd like to walk through that.
All right.
How much time has passed?
This has all been about 15, 20.
Okay, after
Probably
15
long
minutes, I was gonna say Thingard gets kind of uneasy and walks through the door.
Okay. So after...
I had told Kieran before this. He asked me in a whisper, but I told him and the group in general that it wouldn't take any longer than an hour.
I was gonna say, well, 15 minutes then. Regardless, Thangard, as you're looking throughout the warehouse at this point, Karma, Thangard's shadow appears at the and he also walks into the warehouse. This is right as you're finding that little space. Karma, as you push the rest of your body through, you look down, you see a long, narrow staircase that begins leading down toward about near 30. It continues about 20 or 30 feet before you can't see anything past that point.
Okay, I'm going to immediately turn back around
Okay.
and tell Thangard to leave. We have to reconvene with our group.
Turn around, you see Thangard there. Thangard, see where Karma has like walked into a wall, back out of a wall.
Oh, he must be in the Crucible.
There we go.
Sorry, I couldn't help.
There it is.
Couldn't help it.
No, it's nope.
That
That
was
is so true.
too good to pass up. Back to the RP. I'm sorry.
Anyway, no, you're fine.
If it was actually a crucible, he would have died when he touched the wall with his hand.
There it is.
That's true. Or someone would have killed him through the other side of the wall.
Yep.
Okay,
All right.
so Vanguard, what are you doing?
So I stand there. Well, I guess I see him. What you said he basically pushed on the wall and something happened, right?
You saw Karma kind of just walk through, like you saw him like mess with like a portion of the wall all of a sudden, and then he just kind of walks straight through it.
Straight through it.
Straight through it. The wall still seeming to be a wall of stone and brick. And then about
So I can no longer see
about
him.
10, 15 seconds later, he walks back out of that wall. And
So-
at this point, he has seen you, and he, in his Karma way, says, is asked, like pretty much tells you to just turn around and leave, basically.
And I ask him, why should I do that? What's going on in here?
They left around. How long has it been since they left?
What do you mean? Since
Like
they
a
left?
Or yeah, since Neros left. That maybe it's been.
Oh, it's been about 15, 20. It's about 20 minutes at this. But like, it's about 15 minutes at this point. Like this is like immediately
Fuck,
as
you're
you
doing
walk
it
out of the
there
wall,
for
you're
15
seeing
minutes.
Thangard. Thangard's responding to you.
Okay, so I'm going to just to say, Thangard, Neros was here. He just left. I have information I would like to share with the group at this
Can
point.
you let him get away?
There's nothing else I can do at this point.
Worthless.
What you doing?
I start walking to the door.
All right. Karma walks to the door. Thangard, you're still standing there.
Front door?
Yeah, you're still at the only door. It's the only door on there.
Yeah, I
There's
wander
not, like
with it.
hidden.
I follow
hidden
him.
one. Okay, you follow him. You both walk out. What's the plan? Walking back to the tavern. You guys
So did we see him come out? Okay, so we all kind of.
Yeah, you guys. Everyone
I
who's
assume that
standing
everyone's going
outside.
to group up around Karma and ask how it went.
I was gonna say everyone who's
Yep.
standing outside sees Karma or sees Thangard's enter. Waits about like waits about maybe like a minute, and then both Karma and exit. Her house.
Okay, at this point, I want to get the group together where there's no possible way anybody could overhear us, and I want to whisper to them. They know where we are, why we're here. I was able to gather some information, but not nearly as much as I had hoped. I did find a passageway in there that could be used to follow them. I'll leave it up to the group. However, they asked me to steal a child in order for me to get closer with the group and gain their trust.
Like that'll happen.
I immediately scoff at it and I say, I will not do this.
Yeah.
Salix makes
absolutely
eye
not.
contact with Tyrion and says, "Well, there's only one thing we can do, right?"
Agreed. We follow. Wait. So, what information did you get? Are they the organization that's stealing children?
They are not the organization that's stealing them. In fact, they want to get to know the organization that is stealing them better. The task that they asked me to get to know them better was to steal a child to curry favor with the organization who is stealing children. This is clearly not a good organization, but they are not the guilty party.
We
How
don't know
old is
that.
Gregory? Yeah, we don't know. That's just what they said.
How old does Clarissa look?
Mid-teens.
Mid-teens.
No, absolutely not doing that. I know what you're thinking, Elf, but no, I won't allow it.
Allow what?
Person is willing to steal a child to gain favor with some shadow entity. We
I'm
should
not trying to
go in there and
steal.
like,
We give her the gnome. The gnome sets
I don't
everything
know.
on fire.
The gnome is going nowhere.
we've already established I can't pass for a human child.
We did establish this.
I
Did
vote
a say how old of a child they want? Like, what are they looking for? Steal a child is kind of...
They just
I have
asked
this
for-
in my nose.
They asked for a child who wouldn't be missed. Outside of that, they didn't say anything as to the age.
All right, fantastic. I don't think anyone's going to miss Gregory. Let's talk to him and get him in on this.
Well, do we want to follow them right now, or do we want to go through this child?
Yeah, you know what? I want to follow them right now.
Yeah, we need to check out
We
this
need to get
passageway.
in there, yeah.
Okay, so as you guys, like this is like you guys basically like Karma basically. I'm just gonna. You guys basically had like walked down towards walked about 2 blocks away where you thought you were safe enough, or think you're about safe enough to have that conversation. And you guys head back towards the warehouse. Walking, and you are now in front of the warehouse looking. You guys walk into the front door. You guys, Karma shows you where the area to push through. Where the wall that isn't a wall is. You just see Karma go right through the wall.
I'm going to follow.
Yep, we all fall.
Everyone follows. You guys are led with a very narrow staircase. If it's about would only fit really one. You're pretty much walking in a straight line. Down this very, very long hallway. Just continually heading down. Eventually, after about 5 minutes of walking down these stairs, it levels off. And in front of you, you can see torches hung about every 5 feet. That's once again is a longer hallway. Has three different doors attached to.
Can I... Alright, I want to see if I can tell which door is used more often.
Yeah, I would make a perception check.
Perception check. Sorry, I was rolling a beer check. I'm back at my dice. I rolled successfully. Perception, you say, is going to be a 16.
Okay. Looking at the doors, looking at the doors, there's 2 off to your right and 2 off to your left, or 2 off to your right, 2 off to your left, or 1 off to your left.
Wait, there's 4 doors? Oh, okay.
No, there's 3. I can't math tonight, apparently.
Like, I didn't think I rolled so high I found another door, but if you say I did.
So there's there's 2 off to your left, 1 off to your 3 doors. God, I'm really shitty with this right now.
There's
Sorry.
a number of doors.
There's a number of doors. 2 off to your right, 1 off to your left. The 2 off to your right look worn, look kind of warped. You don't see any light coming from underneath of them. Then there's the 1 off to your left-hand side. Has a little bit of light trickling out from underneath. Occasional, you hear, you with your heightened elfin hearing hear a little bit more, like, hear some footfalls coming from that door. Seems to be fairly, seems that there is actual active movement in that area.
Okay, I'm going to turn to the group. I hear movement behind this door. This is the way I'm going. If we care to split up and explore the other doors, now is the time.
Stick together while we're in here, Tyrion.
I couldn't agree more, but I'm leaving that up to you.
Nah, let's stick together. We bash baddies better when we're in a group. And
Fair enough.
Really
Thangard
baddies.
yells out, I don't understand what we're all waiting for, and just busts through the door.
Okay,
Capture
so Thangard, as you are, gonna give me 1 second here because I'm gonna change some stuff up around here.
Dwarf, I like your style.
You guys are all gonna die, motherfuckers. I love it.
What?
Nothing. Okay, so Thangard, you're this guy. So, okay. Okay. So I'm going to pull up our map so that way you guys know what's happening.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Oh, it's fighting time.
because this could go a bunch of different ways tonight. Excited for
Well,
this. So,
apparently we're all going to die. So
no, we forget- okay, so currently there is that door off to your left side. Technically it's your right hand side, but I'll go into here right now. Thangart, you make it to about here, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
oh god.
Traps.
Then I add a dexterity modifier. Plus 3. 17.
17. Okay. As you step forward, you feel a portion of the floor give way underneath of you, and you feel it. You are able to spring forward, and as you take like kind of like a little jumping step, the floor actually drops out from behind you. As you land, you feel that piece of floor as well give again, and you do another kind of like leaping, kind of like little hop to get away. Both of these tiles have completely dropped away, leaving a a very acidic smell coming up from this pit that is currently occupying this area, this square as well.
How far down is that pit?
The pit is a good solid 10 foot down. Looking, peering over the edge, you see. Peering over the edge, you see this green, this green bubbly liquid.
So I made it over to the other side, and I'm standing there, kind of separated from them now, right?
Yeah, stand it over right there. There's there is a way to get there are passages on the other sides of where you trod, but but there's about a 10-foot drop, and then it's just bubbling green liquid.
Well, that was a close one. I really need to stop busting through doors.
You haven't even made it to the door yet.
That's not even to the door?
That's right as you're walking down the hallway. All of that transpired before you started.
Oh, I thought we were in an open room. There were doors. I walked through the door, and that happened on the other side. But that's okay.
All right, everybody stop. Nobody move. Everybody look for other traps.
Let's check the door for traps.
Okay, so the rest of you guys move up to.
Let's check the hallway and the door for traps, guys.
All right, go ahead and make your. I think it's a perception check.
Yeah, I think so.
Make your perception check for checking the trap. So with the 20, Thangart looking. Thangart, Clarissa, Karma. Jeez, I love your rogue guys. You're really fantastic.
Finally, a good perception check.
I love the rogue. Oh god, it's funny. Okay, so looking around, there is clearly noticeable the looking. Now that you know what you're looking for, the side off to your.
Jesus.
Natural one. Ouch.
Salix.
So Salix, you're currently sitting in the hallway, and there's acid in front of you. Salix starts walking forward before he's able to take a step. Somebody grabs him and tells him to hold on a second. The passage that leads around the acid pit off to your left, you guys notice slight discoloration in the floor that leads you to believe that there is possibly another trap in that area. Off to your right-hand side, the rest of that floor looks very, very much like the floor you're currently standing.
Alright, well, I'm going to approach the door while avoiding the areas that seem...
Before he goes...
Is that where the door is?
I'm
Door's
gonna...
here?
No, the door's here.
Door's here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before
That's
he
what the door
goes,
was.
I want to grab him and say there's probably pits on either side, probably along the entire hallway. I would say try and jump over it.
Thangart, you're currently on the other side of seem to be the acid pit.
Okay, so there's a hall.
You're
I
in a
jumped
hallway.
over the acid pit. So are they separated from me? They can't get to where I'm at?
Currently, you think there's this like 10 block area that is or that is like one full pit.
What about that little path there?
You think that this path that Tyrion is in front of?
Sorry, I just realized we're probably looking at something, but for some reason I can't see it. There we go. That
Yeah, try
that explains
scrolling.
why I don't know
Yeah,
what's
you have to
going
scroll
on.
and find it.
Yeah,
I got it.
sometimes you gotta scroll.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so the path that Tyrion is currently in front of is there's a slight discoloration to the floor. To the path that Riven is currently in front of, there is the floor looks exactly the same as the floor you're standing on.
I'm gonna like go and just sort of touch the floor next to the pit with my toe, see if anything happens.
Okay.
Like right here, like this block here,
Yep.
just sort of.
You slowly inch up. You press your toe onto it.
You know what? I'm gonna like poke it with a javelin. I'm gonna take a javelin out and just really poke it.
Okay.
Make sure it's solid.
All right.
Crazy.
You take your javelin, you start leaning your weight onto it. As you are leaning your weight onto it, you feel that tile as well begin to give, and the tile underneath also drops out, and there is another 5-foot pool of acid. Well,
Okay. I am going to. But so we're in a hallway. What's the
Yep.
ceiling? Look
ceiling's
like?
about 9 feet above you. Like
Okay.
It's like 9 feet tall.
What's it?
The
What's it made of?
seems to be the same stonework that all around this area.
So it's stone.
The path in front of Riven is also another area that you could possibly go.
Well,
Can I?
said it's
All
also-
right. Well, then I'm gonna go poke that area with my javelin because this seems to be a good
I think
test.
it's the whole these 6 squares.
Well, I think it might be too, but I am gonna find out with.
How does
something.
jumping work in this
Don't
game?
care
Can you
if
jump?
Yeah, just tell me you're
It'd be
jumping.
like an athletics check and
It would be an athletic. Okay. So
Yeah, but,
Tyrion
like-
check.
What's the
Poke things.
distance on that? Let me look.
Oh, it depends.
it'd probably be about half of your movement speed. I think is the max you could do something like that.
It also
that's-
depends on what you roll.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair. I mean, fair enough. But I think that's the farthest you could actually jump, even with a good roll.
So
but that's
so
not up to me.
poking on that square, you start leaning your more, and you're able to pretty much be kind of placing your full weight on this stone, and or on your javelin over the stone, and it's not giving at all. Staying in position.
All right, I'm gonna move slowly forward and do the same thing here.
Do the same thing happens.
Um,
No movement, nothing. It just stays where it's at.
What about this thing next to Thagard?
Same thing happens.
All right, great. Then I'm gonna go next to him and tell everyone that that's the safe path.
All right. Yep. All right. So you guys should have control over your character. Okay. So you guys make your way up to the door. Make your way up to the door. What do you guys plan?
Clarissa will put her hand on the door and do an arcana just to see if there's anything on the door that looks like it might be magic craft or something.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
What's behind me here?
Okay.
Where?
Like this wall area.
It's just a tunnel that continues to head farther and farther down.
So it goes down,
It just heads straight forward in front of you. No doors, no nothing.
but I can't like look
Seems to-
down that hallway from where I'm standing and see anything.
I mean, from where you're standing, it heads down about 20, 30 feet.
Okay.
Before slamming into a wall and then branching off to two sides.
Okay.
I got a 14.
Looking at this door, there appears to be. You take a few minutes, or take a moment or two. You kind of run your hands along the door. There appears to be no magical or anything to this door itself.
All right, so you can turn and tell the group that magically, at least, this door is just a normal door.
All right.
And I'm gonna put my ear up to it and see if I can hear anything directly on the other side.
Perception check.
Oh, nope. Oh, okay, that fell off the table. Hold on. That went flying.
Ew.
Okay, that's gonna be 14.
Putting your ear against the table, you hear some just kind of boots walking around a little bit. You also then hear what sounds to be water rushing over, kind of like water just kind of flowing, not heavily, but not like super slowly either, but just a nice trickle of water as it is from the other side of it. You hear a few voices, and that's about it.
Well, what say you? I say we open this door and see what's on the other side.
Sure. May I
Okay,
suggest that you stack up and make where you flank the door in case there's something on the other side?
Okay, well, I volunteer to be the one who actually opens it. Feel free to
What are you guys doing?
cover it. I'm going to open it slowly,
Okay.
and peer through it as it opens.
Yeah, Vanguard's gonna just bust through it before you
I'm
get
gonna-
a chance.
Draw my short
okay,
sword.
make a
How?
stealth.
First of all, how are you going to bust through it? I'm right in your way. I'm
Look,
6
man,
feet tall,
swords are
motherfucker.
dead.
I just kind of push you.
So,
Have to shut off those fires.
Try,
it-
bitch.
I was gonna say, well, you can actually. So as Tyrion is trying to slowly push the door open, Thangard just runs headlong at the door. Thangard, I need you to make a strength check.
Okay, so
D20.
pardon my
add-
ignorance.
Nope.
It's roll d20 and then I add. So do I go to my skills where I have
Just add your strength
athletics?
modifier.
So
This will be
just-
Doesn't matter.
So it's a
Oh, wait,
24.
no, never mind. He just rolled 20.
24.
Oh,
That's, no, you have to
Nope.
roll d20.
Oops,
Rolling 20. Roll a D20.
Rolling 20 is always going to be...
20.
Okay. So Jesus. So as Tyrion is slowly pushing the door, Vanguard runs up, and this is Vanguard runs up and running kind of right underneath Tyrion's elbow, slams into the door. The door goes goes swinging in, slams into the wall behind it, swings back and slams
That's
slams
awesome.
Thangard in the head before swinging in a third time, opening up the room. Let's see, looking in this room, it's a fairly well lit room. It is stone made. There are 2 doors off to your guys' right hand that are currently both closed. There is an opening that there's the wall, and then there's an opening that leads farther down, but you can't really see it. There's a table. You see a table just in the middle of the room, which there's currently nobody standing at. And Thangard, as you are kind of reeling from this hit that you just got smacked by a door, Tyrion, you look in and you see a familiar, very red tiefling that is currently kneeling by what appears to be a fountain of black. It is just it's a 3-tiered fountain that is just continually pouring liquid down into itself. The red-headed tiefling who is currently looking back at this very loud door that is just burst in, and is looking directly at Vanguard, Tyrion.
I'm assuming that's Narrows, right? You said he was familiar.
Yes, getting a better look, it is new.
Narrows? Yeah, I'm okay. Do that. Oh, I'm in the room now.
Okay.
Just gonna yell his name.
At which point, Nero stands up, turns around and at you and says, "Ah, Elf, we meet again.
We have unfinished business, Tiefling. You have
Last
you
we
want.
spoke, there was no business that you... The fact that you have barged into our house not bode well for you."
I have no interest in your organization. I have interest only in finding the missing children. You said you knew something of this. The fact that you chose to evade me makes me think You have that information. Give it to me, and I will leave.
We have much information, but it is wild. At which point you hear a voice. You hear a voice coming from seemingly just the rest of the room that says, "Now, Narrows. The elf speak. He is asking for information. Would not do us much harm to acquire and speak, man. You are looking.
I am looking for the children that have gone missing of late.
Search all around this town of Loudwater. This voice is very echoey and just appears to be coming as you are taking a moment to listen and find out. Like just listen to the voice appears to be coming from the actual black fountain itself.
Interesting. Well, if they are not in this town, might you know where I can find them?
I do. You know it. Cheap.
And what price do you demand for this information?
The price of you leaving, never allowing Dr.
So your price is for me to leave this, like, backwater town and never come back?
Not just you.
Well, I can't speak for my compatriots, but if it means resolving the issue of the missing children...
I don't know, Elfie. They were willing to steal a child to get what they want. I don't think I can in good conscience let these things continue to run things in this place. Not that I have any great fondness for the humans, mind you, but I don't like these people. She points at Narrows.
Clearly perhaps there is some alternative form of payment you will accept. Gold, services rendered.
At which point, rising from the pool emerges a figure that is rises a figure that is just. It appears as though the pool itself, like the water itself, is rising up and forming this humanoid figure. The water begins to drain and begins to like, kind of almost Matrix style. Like if you're thinking like when he's touching the mirror portion of it, the water begins to flow off of the body, revealing a stark white-haired hair that is goes down past her shoulder. Individual, the water then proceeds as it's draining down past her head, begins to form into this very dark, very black, darkened colored outerwear of a black cloak that flows over her shoulder. Very dark leather armor that is encompassing her entire body. She steps out of the pool, stands next to Narrows across the table. Without you leaving the place, there is not much else. Would you kindly stop?
I'm willing to leave your establishment, but I'm not willing to forsake this place forever on the basis of some shadowy fountain woman. I will leave this establishment if you give me the information I seek. But my business past that is, frankly, none of yours.
Yes, Salix, the woman came out of the fountain itself.
That was a neat magic trick.
Make a persuasion. Tyrion, make a persuasion check.
I can do that. Come on, dice, don't fail me again. You did not. 14 plus 19.
She looks at you curiously and, well, Master Elf, you're searching for these children. These children who are peasants and farmers who would more than likely not leave this town in their entire lives.
Yeah, I'm looking for the kids.
Hold on. I'm looking for... Hold on.
Oh, okay. I was like, yes, it's what I'm looking for. We're on the same page, lady.
I'm pulling up something. It's...
Take your time, man.
There you go. Cool.
While you look that up, I'm gonna go pee real quick.
No, I found it. Okay.
Make a bladder roll.
I really need to.
Oh, yeah, you can go for it. You find it.
Please.
Yep. Okay.
Make a constitution check.
The bladder saving roll.
These children that you are searching for, being taken by an individual that we've had dealings with. Dwarf that goes by the name of Zark.
Zard?
Zark.
Sorry, I'm making a note.
You're hearing that bad, Master.
My hearing is excellent. I've been drinking wine, lady. Get off my back. Okay, so Zark. Where might I find this Zark?
Wait, you expect us to believe one dwarf is taking all these children? I don't. I've hung out with dwarves before. They don't strike me as the child stealing type.
You have hung out with the wrong dwarves.
Or the right ones.
Zark is but the head snake, if you will. He leads a group of bandits that are working for another individual. His job is just to transport these children away from here. The Najaran snakes is what they call themselves, so God knows why. Najaran was a hero of renown. These are little bit more than just individuals who are out for money. Zark is who.
Find Zark. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Stops through this place. Picks up.
I find it hard to believe
picks up his
someone
card.
with as much knowledge as you can't at least point me in the right direction.
Make a persuasion roll.
Again, please be better.
You're.
Hey, that's fine, man.
I was gonna say you guys are either
persuasion all day. Okay. Oh wait, no. 20.
Believe me or not, I may know where he is. That does not mean I will give you that.
Well, you want me to leave? Give that information and I'll be gone.
Look, I may have an idea here, Mrs. Fountain Shadow Lady. I come from a town that sends trade goods this way. Yes, I could pull my strings with the Artisan Crystal Guild, right, and make sure that some valuable shipments get diverted towards this lovely trading house. If you tell us what we need to know.
go ahead and make a persuasion roll as well.
Okay. 17.
You speak of great pull. No. There is not much that we are in need of have and in that area. She looks at Narrows. Narrows chuckles.
Look, I'm just trying to find a way to end this that doesn't include me turning you, both of you, into cinders and burning this entire stupid place to the ground. And then we'll just wait for this stupid dwarf in the ruins of your criminal enterprise.
Is that a threat?
Did it sound like a threat? Are you dumb? Maybe you still got goo in your ear from that magical fountain trick nonsense.
Go ahead and make an intimidation check.
I love being an intimidating gnome. What's intimidation modified by? I gotta look real quick.
It's charisma.
Oh, okay. 18.
Correct.
At which point this individual steps up onto the table, talking to you. As she makes it to the end, of the table, both of the doors on either side slam open, and human individuals begin walking out of the doors. Into brevity. I'm just gonna move where they be at. From behind the other wall, more of them begin moving out as well. Well, if you're making a threat, you should at least be able to back it up.
These goons don't scare me, lady. I could cook you.
Jesus fucking Christ.
How many?
That's 13. 14. It was 14 people.
At which point, Narrows walks around
Plus
the
crazy lady and tiefling douchebag.
How tough do these little mobs look?
Looking around, or looking at the individuals, they seem to be all clad relatively in about the same dark armor that she is, although theirs is a little bit more much. She also has. They also are wearing the relatively same black garb. They are. Their heads are completely obscured by. By helmets. Most of them have their sword or have their hands on their swords, or their daggers at the.
Yeah, I sure as hell have my hand on my sword, but I'm waiting.
I have given you the information. I have given you some. Of you.
Source is gonna turn here in and go out. What do you think, Elfie?
Point of clarification: what does she want in exchange for telling us more about Zark?
She literally wants us to leave and never come back.
Oh, she never.
Basically, she's wanting you guys to leave and not bother her reputation that she has.
So she's gonna tell us first, and then she expects us to leave?
She already told us, or
Yeah.
at least is telling us all she's willing to, unless we fight our way through
I
these
thought we were implying
bastards.
she's gonna tell us more.
Oh, we could try.
I was about to say, you guys can
Get
try
out
to
of her.
persuade her to get more information out of her.
I don't really like the intimidation, so I'd really just rather throw a freaking hand axe at the closest guy in front of me.
Oh, fucking hell. Okay.
All right,
I've
at that
had
point.
my sword drawn this whole time.
All right,
That's
at that
true.
point,
Alpha came out
that
when they
point,
had
Vanguard takes his hand axe that he had on his belt, chucks it at the nearest guard, go ahead and roll initiative.
God damn it!
What the fuck? Okay.
All right, at least I got a good roll for
Do I need
this.
to roll for damage on that?
Take the bitch out first.
I probably missed.
You gotta roll and see if you hit first.
Well, I rolled a 7, so...
Well, you get to add your.
Uh,
that's first.
Yeah, what do I get to add? Plus...
For your initiative or your.
So initiative first, and then followed by your attack roll. See if you hit first.
21. How do you? Oh, right. Wait. Never
Get
mind.
to add your initiative bonus.
Right. 19. Okay. Forgot about that.
And
What's
say nat
initiative?
20 plus 1?
What's initiative bonus?
Dexterity.
Oh,
Yeah. It's on page 1 of your character sheet.
Yeah, but I think it's Dex, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's your dex.
Tyrion, why do you have two of the numbers?
Because I forgot to add my bonus.
Oh, so 19.
So it's actually 19.
Alright, that's fine. Rissa and... Okay, that's it. Alright. I gotta make sure I have all my notes and shit. It's gonna be fun. Kill people.
This is gonna
Wait.
suck.
Oh god, this is gonna be horrid.
Alright, well, we're gonna fight these guys. I say we funnel them back into the room with all the acid.
Definitely funnel them through the door if you can.
Yeah, there
No,
are
no,
pits
no,
of
no.
acid.
The lady
No,
might be able to go back through the
All we got to do
black
is
liquid.
this lady, and they'll
Okay.
fall apart.
Oh wait,
Alright.
Fusion's
what?
the strongest
So-
thing in this room.
Okay, this is gonna be ridiculous. Okay, so top of the round. Okay, the lady is going to take her turn to move back into her pool.
Yep.
As she steps into it, the water coalesces around her body, and just as it reaches the top, it just splashes down back into the pool, completely having her disappear.
First is going to throw a temper tantrum while this is happening.
Okay, that takes us to Mr. Salix.
Roll for immaturity.
Did Thangard get his damage roll?
Thangard, how much was the roll? Oh, it was a 5. No, that's gonna
Plus 5, or 5 plus 5, so only 10.
Yeah, no, I believe that misses. Yeah.
But I got my point across.
I was gonna say yeah, you did. The war axe goes and embeds itself. You throw it, the guard sees it. It's pretty much prepared already for it, and just dodges out of the way as the axe goes by and slams into the wall behind it. All right, perfect.
Wait, how many of
Do you
those
just
axes
not have a
do you
weapon
have?
anymore?
Did you just throw? Okay.
No, that was a hand axe. He
Oh,
has
okay.
his
Yeah,
actual battle
that's
axe.
true.
Okay.
Let's make it
So Salix, your turn.
I don't have it out yet, though.
Step back through the door right here.
Okay.
I'm gonna yell, "Bring them back to the doorway, so we can fight only a couple at a time." I'm gonna cast a spell. Just gotta pick which one it is.
Okay.
Narrows is still there, right?
Narrows is
Yeah.
still there.
I don't
That
like
bitch is
guy. I want him
mine.
dead.
Anyway.
There it is. Okay. Shield of Faith. Page 275.
Okay.
Oh, Shield of Faith?
Yeah.
Nice. I think I have that. +2 AC to
A
target.
shimmering field appears and surrounds a creature of your choice within range, granting it a +2 bonus to AC.
Cool.
I've got that too.
Awesome.
Who's your target?
See that.
Tyrion.
Sweet.
I think.
So-
Is it ranged? Oh, it's ranged. I'm giving
It
to
is
Thangard.
ranged, but yeah, your
Okay.
range can be.
It's ranged, so I'm gonna give it to Thangard.
Okay, so as you grasp your holy symbol on the bottom of your mace and meditate and close your eyes, meditating on that for a moment, a soft glow of yellow celestial energy appears in front of Vanguard and around his appears in front of him, and then kind of pushes towards him, sticking to his body, giving him this kind of very odd yellow and kind of a yellow aura to himself. Vanguard, you have that increased +2 to your AC.
Sweet.
All right, this takes us to Narrows. That's all you're doing, Salix.
Yep.
All right.
Cleric
Narrow-
doesn't have many options for bonus actions.
What was that?
I don't think a cleric has many options for bonus actions.
Bonus actions.
I mean,
can
they'd be
a lot of
ability
things,
based,
but yeah.
spell based.
Okay. Narrows is going to jump up on his jump up here, and is going to jump up on to the table and says, and is going to say, "Men, destroy these intruders." And as he does that, he's going to whip out a dagger from his belt and chuck it directly at you, Mr. Riven.
Okay. Does that count as a projectile?
Yes.
I am using my reaction to try to catch that thing. Let me look
Hey.
up how that works.
Going to say, let us begin looking at. Let's look at that.
Yeah,
You ha-
I've never used that before.
Okay.
you have an
you're-
ability to allows you to do. Sure.
Where does that come from? That's the deflect missiles, right?
Yeah.
You could use your reaction to deflect or catch. Well, he's got to roll to hit before you even do that.
Yeah, I know, but that's,
Yeah.
well, okay. Let's just do that first. I'm excited. I'm also a little hot.
It's page 78 in the handbook for the DM's
Yeah,
reference.
there it is. The flight missiles.
Oh my god, what? You can do that? What the
I'm trying to
fuck?
get fucking Pete to hit me with something.
Damn.
That's insane.
Nice. Okay. Cool. So that was going to be. Yeah, that was going to be a 17 to hit. So
Nope.
as the dagger is flying towards you, it and embeds itself in the wall next to you. Okay, that brings us to Riven and Tyrion, who are acting simultaneously.
Darren, you can go first.
I'm gonna say, let's do what Salix said. Let's fall back in this hallway. Their strength is in numbers. Our strength is in skill. So I'm gonna just, Salix, you're in that spot right by the door, right?
Yeah, this is the door. Oh, hold on, I need my pointer.
No, you're. That's.
Yeah. So if you want to flank the door, it's this one or this one.
Yeah, I'm
you're-
gonna back up through the door, and I'm just gonna ready myself, and I am gonna attack any motherfucker stupid enough to walk through that door.
Okay.
I assume you can
I'm
attack
long-
here.
I probably not, because that would be like, I mean, it's 5 feet away, so yeah, it's within range, but
Okay.
the only way I could do that is if I was standing in the spot you're in, because you're
Okay.
in front of the door.
I'm gonna
All
back-
right. So you are backing up, readying yourself.
Yeah, and I
for-
definitely let everyone else know that we should probably fight in here, because there's acid.
All right. So Tyrion backs up. Right, Riven, what are you doing?
My darts are 60 feet, right? Or are they 30? I don't remember.
They're 60
I
with
want to say 60
proficiency?
since you have proficiency with it.
Yeah, I do have proficiency. Okay, I'm flinging a dart right back at him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Ugh. 11.
11 will not hit, unfortunately.
Alright, and then I'm gonna move.
Sees as you fling the dart goes flying past his head, dodging out of his way. Okay.
I guess I'll move
And
right here because
you're moving
behind
back
the
as well.
tanks. Behind the armor.
All right.
There's no more space.
This brings us to Clarissa. What are you doing?
Nope, there's no space.
Alright, Clarissa gonna hurl an empowered magic missiles using meta magic at Narrows up on the table, and then duck back into the hallway with everybody else.
All right. Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack. Or no, it just hits, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yep, magic missiles just hits.
All right, go ahead and roll damage then.
God, I love that.
And hang on, I'm using my highest spell slot for this, so it gets extra dice.
I was gonna say, so what is that? 3? Like your second level spell slot?
Yeah, so it would be. Let me check my spell sheet real quick. I think it's +1 die per magic missile when you use a higher one. Yeah. So it would be 4 darts. No, it's 3 darts, but each with. I just get an extra D4.
Okay.
Do that. I don't know. My attack modifier is. It's charisma. So 3 plus 5 plus 5. And okay. And I'm gonna use that empowered thing because I use meta magic to re-roll the 2. So I'll just roll 1d4.
Okay.
Okay. Awesome. So 16 total damage because the 2 becomes a 1.
All right. All right. The arcane energy. As you focus, you see 4 bolt. The rest of you see 4 bolts appear right around Carissa's upper body, and they just go flinging straight at Neros. Neros gets smashed in the chest, and as he gets hit by these magic missiles, he stares up at you. This time, his eye burning with turning from that very glassy white to almost a very darky yellow color. All right.
I rolled 1 too few die, Nathan. I should have rolled 4. I forgot to add the 1 for using the higher spell slot.
Okay, go ahead and roll another one then.
Let's roll 1 more d4. Yay! 1 extra damage.
All right, Karma, over to you.
I duck back this way.
Shit. I don't have any kind of shot from where I am, right?
Depends on what you're using, but no.
I have my bow out.
And where are you standing? No, you don't.
Alright. I guess I'm just gonna back up over here. I'm gonna keep my back to the action, though I'm gonna watch this hallway for more baddies coming from flank.
All right.
That's a good idea.
All right, cool. All right, this brings us to the guard's turn. All right, this guard is going to rush forward and attack you. This one did movement first, just on
So I threw something. Should I technically also be able to move?
Turn yet.
Oh shit! What did you roll for that? Fuck.
That was pre-initiative, so that wouldn't be like.
Yeah.
So do I not get a turn then?
No, you do.
Your turn's coming up.
It's after the guards.
Your initiative roll
so
is lower than the
that, right?
Yeah. Okay. That guy's gonna move there. This one's going to move here. And actually begin rushing towards the door at this point. This one is also going to move here and begin rushing towards the door.
No, I can't attack that guy from where I'm at, right? He's got to.
No, because they're still.
Okay. That's fine.
How wide is the door there?
The door's only
One
about
person.
5. It's only one.
It's
like
one
5 feet.
person
It's one
wide.
person to get
Okay.
through. Yeah. This one's going to move up here. This one's going to move up here. There. Ooh, this bottleneck fighting is going to be get interesting here.
All of the fireballs. Set the world on fire, child. Also, how are we going to get him out there?
All right, and that one's going to go there. Okay, so 2 of these guys are going to make attack rolls against you, Thangard. No.
14 of them.
Jesus. I cannot roll tonight.
Thank God.
So Thangard, one of them slams his battle axe aiming for your head, but completely misjudges the like how tall you are. Swings right over your head, embeds his axe into the wall itself, and starts trying to pull it out. Can't seem to get it out. Makes his athletic throw and is able to eventually pull it out of the wall. That's the other one is also just completely whiffs against you as well. This one, who is directly in front of them? Okay, this. Fuck, nope. Just also whiffs with his sword as well. That is unfortunately about all they can do at this point. This brings us to Thangart, who is currently hanging out in the.
Alright, so my axe just magically appears in my hand because I.
Well, no. You had a hand axe that you threw,
can draw
and then
your axe.
you still
on the
have
same
your.
turn you attack.
No, it's all about style. You guys don't get it. Battle axe. Just immediately, just all of a sudden, boom! Battle axe in my hand. Right.
Reaches in on his.
I just want to use my weapon bond.
Pulls it up. You're fine.
All right. So then I'm gonna use a spell called Thunder Wave.
All right.
So to do that, I have to whip out my bottle of very, very cheap alcohol and take a swig of it. That's not really what has to be done. I just have to have it on me, but for the effect.
Or, for flavor.
And then Thunder Wave happens, and I've never done a spell before, so you guys are gonna have to walk me through that.
Thunder Wave, forceful sweeps area each creature and a 15-foot cube injury from you. Must saving through. Fantastic. God, you're about to get hit like a shit ton of them. Yep. All right, 15-foot cube. 10, 15. Okay, so. Damn. All right. Okay, cool. Okay, so. Saving throw. Okay, so. What's the spell? What's the save DC?
It is 12.
Okay.
My spell attack bonus is plus 4.
Yep.
I'm not used to play.
Now all my good rolls are out. No.
Do you have to roll?
No,
I
keep
do.
your good rolls away. Stop
I
that.
do.
Stop that.
All right, so roll 2d8 of thunder damage. All right, so 6 and 7. All right, perfect. Okay, so as you this one. This one takes.
By the way, I massively approve of the Lord of the Rings soundtrack going on in the background right now.
I tried.
Oh,
Takes 7 damage.
Mines of Moria, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Bridge of Khazad-dûm. But I've never seen those movies.
Who's this one? Who is this person?
Which person? That's Salix.
Salix, I need you also to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution? Okay.
Yep.
Is this target friendly people too?
Yeah. It targets everyone. Because he is within the 15-foot cube, and he's in the doorway itself. And this one gets pushed back here, there, actually gets there, and this is
Holy shit. I approve of that roll, Salix.
Jesus. Yeah, you take 4 points of damage, so yes. Okay, so as Thangard is standing there, he takes his battle axe, takes a swig of the very cheap ass alcohol, kind of splutters for a second, and then just brings his axe up over his head, slamming it into the ground as a thunderous wave of energies pushes forward from his body from the impact of the axe itself. All of the anyone that didn't make it there took 7 points of damage, and everyone who did only took 4 points of damage from that as well. Anyone that didn't make their saving throw also got pushed back. You see that the thunder wave actually pushes a few of them back into other ones, and also consequently pushes them farther back as well. So that is how that happened. Anything else you're wanting to do, good sir?
I'm gonna try to get through this doorway to this open slot here, if that's even
That's
possible.
not the doorway. You'd be turning around and running into a...
Yeah, you
No,
can't step
so what would happen was I'd go here, then I'd go there, then I'd go there.
Okay, you're going to...
If that's even possible.
You'd have to make an athletics check, and you'd also
3,
take
4,
3...
5. By my count, it's all these guys.
Yeah, it would be about 5 attacks of opportunity.
Wouldn't it only be 3? Why would it be 5?
He can move from there to there, can he? So that'd only be triggering. I guess
trigger
those 3.
It would trigger this. It would trigger this guy.
If he was here,
It would trigger. It would. If he is here, it's going to trigger all 3 of those. As soon as he steps into that space, it's going to then trigger the next 2.
Well, that's my best option, so I'm still gonna do that then, because otherwise I'm gonna have 6 guys attack me pretty soon. So you want
if
to
he moved against the door and then over and then in, this guy wouldn't have.
This is all metagaming, so it's whatever Thangard
True.
wants to do.
True.
I need
We're in a
what-
hallway. We can't see him.
Yep. So it's whatever he's doing. So I got confirmation that that's what he wants to do. So we're gonna go with that. First one's natural 20.
No.
Wait, the guard's a natural 20?
Felix attack.
One of the guards rolled a natural.
Yeah.
Second one will miss.
Do
Third
these?
one.
Oh,
Man, I
my turn.
can't wait to revive the dwarf again.
Third one would miss.
Don't worry.
This one would miss.
You're getting worried
Fifth
for
one.
no reason.
This one would miss. What's your armor class right now?
22. And
The last one hits as well. Okay,
so the first and the last one hit, but I also
the first one
have,
critical. The first one criticals, and the second one hit, and the
I
last
have a
one hits.
spell that's reaction. Does that mean on that first one, that spell will react to it? And the
What
spell's
spell?
called Shield.
Ooh.
You can use your reaction if you.
So it would make sense to use the reaction on
cast
that
the shield.
first one, right? So that's what I'm gonna do.
Looking it up real quick. Just to make sure.
It's going to be 275.
Oh yeah. Well, no. The first. Okay, so yeah, that would make sense. Okay, so. I feel like if I recall correctly, natural 20 is like hit pretty much regardless. But
Yes.
so,
Natural 20.
So you're still going
Right.
to take damage from the natural 20. You wanted to use it for the secondary.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter.
It would stop. I was gonna say it would stop that one. Okay, so you take. Okay. You take 8 points of piercing damage from the critical guard, and then as you feel that damage you see the final guard getting ready to slam as the other like 3 or as the other 3 are basically going ting 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 as you're kind of like dodging out of the way. The final one you see slam as he goes to attack. You bring your hand up, and there is just all his blade mid-arc slams into a magical force barrier as he is standing there looking very confused. You dart past him into. Yep.
Wow, that went surprisingly well.
Surprisingly well. All right. Okay. Interesting. All right. So standing. Okay, so okay. Make sure I do this correctly, or else I'm gonna get fucked. All right, Mr. Ryven.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that'll hit. Okay, so roll a natural 19 on that. Okay, so Ryven, as you Okay, so Ryven, as you're standing there staring at the door and seeing all this unfold, up from behind you, from your actual shadow itself, the lady of shadows actually arises, basically emerging from your actual shadow. She takes both daggers she has, slams them into you. You take a total of 6 points of piercing damage.
So, Karma's watching that way with dark vision.
You're watching, yeah. You see this happen, but she is not. What you see, like you literally see her like emerge out of that area, but she's not within range of for you to like actually get an attack of opportunity on her.
But I had my bow out, so
it's still. Like you were ready. I was gonna say you were readying your action. Is that what you were doing?
Yeah, I was readying my bow.
So as you see that, like as you see her basically slam these two daggers into him, you would be able to attack her with that at that point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so rolling for attack. It is a 17 plus 7, 24.
To attack? Yeah, that would hit.
To hit.
Yeah, that would hit.
Okay. And then my bow does 1d6 plus 1, and then also she's within 5 feet, so I get
She's
my.
not within 5 feet.
What'd you say?
She's not within 5 feet of you.
No, she's within 5 feet of my ally, so I get an additional d6 on that as well.
For what?
For my what's it called?
Flanking.
No, not flanking. It's the natural thing that comes with a sneak attack.
No. Sneak attack, you have to be flanking for it to happen.
Sneak attack is as long as they're within 5 feet of an ally, you automatically get it. I looked this up. It's once per turn. I get it.
Page check.
Could always do the golden rule. Roll a d6 on a 4-up. GM's right. On less than a 4-up, the Rhino's right.
What's
that roll?
sneak attack, Rhino?
It's a Games Workshop thing.
I'm looking it up.
at sneak attack. Beginning for 5.
Save time arguing over rules,
True.
which is essential in a tabletop game that could take like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, seriously. It's if you have advantage on the attack roll. You don't.
Or if you're within 5 feet of an ally, that's in the rules as well. It's either if you have advantage or if they're within 5 feet of an ally.
So you can only use it once, you said, for like the entire round or whatever?
Once per turn, yes.
Oh, once per turn? That's
Yep. I get an additional d6 every turn. If they're within 5 feet or if I have
that's
advantage.
All right, that's fine. I'll allow it. That's
You
fine.
don't need advantage on the attack roll if another.
That's fine. Yep. Go for it. Roll your damage.
Okay. So my bow gets a d6, I believe. Yeah, d6 for the bow is 3, and then additional d6 for sneak is 3 as well, so 6 total.
So as you see this lady, this humanoid figure emerging from Ryven's shadow, you take aim with your bow. You fire. The arrow sticks, slams into her, grazing off of her top, grazing off her shoulder. She after pulling out the 2 daggers, turns to you and stares at you. As a bonus action, she is going. As bonus action, she is going to attempt to raise her. She doesn't, and she is still there. All right, brings us to Salix.
So does Matcham not get a turn? At least to even move the...
Oh.
I mean, he's a ranger. Can he at least move?
Yeah, I'll try to do back here. He's gonna back up there, so that way he can actually, so that way he can have a few shots on things. He's gonna take a shot at her. Hits. Deals an additional 3 damage to. Alright, this brings us to Salix. Go for it.
Okay, so I'm gonna step... That's not... Oh, that is right. Okay, I'm gonna step back right here. And... I'm going to... I'm just gonna ready my action.
Okay.
I think, yeah. So that means if an enemy, to clarify, this is what I'm planning. So if I ready an action, and this fellow steps here,
Yep.
I get to attack him when he steps up.
Yep.
Yep.
In
When you
theory-
ready an action, all you have to do is declare a trigger.
Okay.
So if that's
So
the
my-
trigger you're declaring,
My
then
trigger
yeah.
is a melee attack when he gets here.
Yeah, that's fine.
If he goes
Okay.
there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, this brings us to Neros' turn. Neros is going to move up here around his men and is going to hold his action as well. This brings us to Ryvan and Tyrion.
Can I go first this time, or do you want it?
Let me go first.
Okay. I'm still facing that way then.
Okay, I am going to. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I am going to channel my divinity and use Nature's Wrath on the Lady of Shadows, which causes spectral vines to spring up and ensnare her unless she succeeds on a strength or dexterity roll.
Alright.
DM's choice on strength or dex. While she's restrained, she can't move, and she has to repeat the saving throw at the end of each of her turns. So.
Yep.
Which spell was this?
It's.
So you're
called
attempting a
Nature's
grapple.
Wrath. It's Channel Divinity. It's a Paladin
Yep.
ability. It's on page
Okay.
87.
Okay,
Both
so
of the actions.
as you grasp your holy symbol, these magical vines seem to spring up from the underneath the stone. She failed her saving throw, so they begin writhing around her entire body, grappling her, and to holding her in place. All right. She is now currently considered grappled.
All right. Your turn, my friend.
What's going on here?
Yo, I'm getting a call from the group.
Carissa's been back in.
Oh, there's only 2 of us here?
Oh,
I'm here.
There's only 2 of us
I
here?
think we're all here.
Hey guys.
Hey,
It was
there we go.
Alright, well, I'm
It's
gonna
not here
turn.
anymore, then.
How does grappling work? If I
That was
attack her,
weird.
will it break the grapple?
No.
No.
I don't remember that rule there.
No, it
it
basically means that she's stuck there until she succeeds on a saving throw at the end of
Okay.
her turn. So she can still attack you. Or do whatever she's going to do. She's just stuck in that spot.
We're
Wait,
missing Thangar and Ryvan, by the way.
I'm here.
And
Vanguard's
I'm getting a
not here,
giant
you can't
echo
hear
from
me?
about 5 people.
What the heck's going on?
Whoa.
Are we? I'm in
Yeah, I
two-
say we restart this call.
I'm in
Yeah,
3
bad.
different calls with
I am too.
same people.
How the?
I don't know. I'm just gonna hang up everything and come back.
Yeah, same.
That's my goal right now. We have so many technical difficulties right now. Yes. So bad.
Wait, I'm still talking to someone.
Why am I still talking to you?
Yeah, why? Are we in a call?
I don't know. I can't.
I don't see us. All right, the only course of action is to quit Skype and restart.
That's my thought. Technical difficulties are always fun. Alright, I need to pull up Skype now. Yay. Skype. Look. Like that. That background. There we go.
Hey guys,
Come back.
can you hear
Still
me?
waiting on Salix.
I can hear you.
Yeah, good. Still waiting on Salix. Although he said he was right.
Alright. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna make...
Okay, so
Attacks
Ryven, it's
on her.
your turn then.
I'm gonna swing at her with that shiny new sword of mine.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, that 17 with 23.
Yep, that'll hit.
That's a D6. Unless she's undead.
She's not.
Okay. I just figured it's a good way of figuring it out. If it looks like it does a shit ton of damage to her, then she's undead. Nine damage.
Hey, Rhino, you've already made your point. Don't be a dick about it.
Hey, sorry, man. I was just trying to, post the things that I looked at. I mean, I wasn't trying to be a dick. I'm sorry.
Okay, continuing on. So, Ryven, go ahead. Roll it. What's your damage?
9 damage.
Fantastic.
And then...
Hello?
Hey,
Hello.
You're back.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Nobody?
Hello.
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 Everybody.
Everyone.
There we go.
Literally everyone.
And then I am gonna burn a key point and take 2 more attacks.
Go for it.
That's a D20 times 2. It's a 19 and a 13 plus 6 on both.
Both will hit.
It's 2 and a 3 plus 6 on both, so 6, 8, and 9.
Okay. All right. As you slam into her 3 times, she is. You start to see a little bit of blood coming out of the side of her mouth at that point. Okay. This brings us to Tyrion. You already went. Ryven, you already went. Clarissa brings us to you.
All right.
Oh, wait, where did 6 go?
Clarissa is gonna just back a couple steps to like here, and then I'm going to use my last level 2 spell slot to hurl magic missiles rank 2 into this annoying lady.
All right, go for it.
Because it's my favorite thing to do. Oh, look at all those ones.
Bane of the D4.
Yep. So 13 damage to her. Beautiful. All right. Swirling arcane energy slams into her chest. She is actually she coughs up a fair amount of blood at this point, and spatters across the ground as happens. She's looking pretty rough at this point. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, as a bonus action. Reaction to that. Attempt to use her dark step to get away. Luckily is able to regain the use of it and disappears once again into Ryven's shadow.
I don't get a reaction from that, I take it, right?
Nope.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, what the fuck? Even though I ensnared her, she just fucking disappeared?
Yeah, because you basically encased her in shadow at that point as soon as you did that. All right, this goes.
All right, fair enough.
I even rolled to see if she could get out, to see if she was able to get out of it, or see if that.
Fair enough. No,
I
I missed that for a half second.
Yep.
I wasn't arguing it. I was just surprised.
Yeah, no, she was able. No, I was letting you know
Gotcha.
that she was able to do this. That she like rolled for both of them.
Dude, for all I know, it has
to
nothing to do with the saving
Karma.
throw. That was just a gamble on my part.
Yep. Nope, it's her. Over to Karma.
Okay. How is my line of sight from here to that fellow right there?
I would probably you would be able to see him. Don't think you'd have any disadvantage or anything.
Okay. I'll go ahead and attack him, and because he's within 5 feet, I'll take the additional. So to attack, it's 12 plus 3, so 15 total.
With that, the arrow pierces into him and is able to pierce into him and ends up slamming into his chest. He coughs up a bunch of blood. Dead. That one's dead. Ding. Falls pretty much like straight into the doorway. All right, guard's turn. This one is going to. All right, so this one's going to move up here. Actually, he's going to move here. He's going to attempt to move him out of the way. Moves the body out of the way. This guard's going to get out of the way. So many. Up rope. And let's see here. Okay, so Neros is going to. Alright, so Tyrion, what is your. Salix actually right in front of him. Alright, so Salix, you're going. Words. Neros is going to chuck 2 daggers at you, and both do hits over your AC. You take 6 points of piercing damage from the 2 daggers that slam into one ricocheting off your shoulder, the other one cutting past your side as well. All right, and the rest of these guards are going to try to slowly move up. One is going to step here. So Salix, there's your reaction to that.
Okay. 21.
Yep, that'll hit.
Seven.
All right, minus 7 points of damage. You take your mace, you slam it into its body. He begins looking really rough right now, actually. All right. So it's the guard's turn. Stand guards, you're up.
So yeah, I'm just gonna swing at this guy that's right here in front of me.
Yep, go for it.
Turn. And so.
Yep, that actually does not hit. You take your axe, you slam, or start swinging at him. He's able to slowly get out, or not slowly, easily get out of it.
Then I'm gonna use my action surge bonus action and try to attack again.
Alright, go for it. Same thing. Easily able to dodge out of the way of that. Right?
Wow.
These other guards are going to slowly begin encroaching upward. Alright. This brings us to back up to the top.
Evan?
Alright, you're going to be back here.
What about me? I'm here.
Okay. All right. This brings us to Salix again.
Is there some sort of action that I can do to swap places with an adjacent party member?
Not normally. Nope.
Okay.
Grab him and throw him in the spot you're just standing.
I say,
Yeah,
like,
like
know of, apart from just like
he is
back up.
smaller. Can I grab him and yank him?
That'd be a strength check, but yeah, go for it.
And then okay. Woo. 19.
Plus your strength modifier. Is that base? Is that with it?
17 plus 2.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're able to reach over, grab Thangard, and pull him over, pretty much right in front of you at that point. And then I take it you're moving over to where Thangard's at. That guy would get an attack of opportunity against you as you're moving.
Yep.
Yep, that'll hit. You take 4 points of piercing damage as he swipes at you as you're heading past.
Okay. And then so that brings me down to my health bar.
Alright.
I'm gonna cast a Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay.
So plus 2 to my AC.
Alright, solid. Go ahead and add 2 to your... Yep, perfect. Alright. Alright, this brings us to... Neros. Neros is going to back up a bit. At this point, head off into one of these doorways. Okay. Actually, no, he's not. He's actually going to still stand here and just continue to order the men. This brings us to Riven and Tyrion.
I'm going to turn and take a slash at that guy.
Which guy? Oh, that guy in front of you?
Yeah. Right. 15.
Yep, that'll hit.
$11 points.
Yep, the guy ends up toppling completely dead as well. And just for the sake of not having a cleared board, dead guys.
I'm gonna
Anything else?
turn again and just face that side
All right,
where I was before.
That sounds good. Tyrion, what are you doing? Tyrion.
Oh, okay. No, I'm thinking. I'm here. I've been... Alright, so that guy's dead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold my action and ready an attack for anyone that walks through that door.
All right.
Wait, can the guy in front of that door attack me from where he is?
No, he'd have to step out in order to...
That's what I was assuming, because then I'd be able to attack him from where I am. So I'm just gonna hold my action and ready my attack for anyone who walks through the door.
All right, Clarissa, what are you doing?
Clarissa's gonna step directly behind Vanguard and try to hurl a firebolt between his legs to hit this idiot standing right here.
Okay.
Between the dwarf's legs?
to,
You're not
bold
that much
choice.
shorter than him, are
Watch
you?
out.
He's a little shorter. She's a little shorter than him, but not by much.
This isn't going to turn out well for me.
You can go for it.
How about I just try to go around him?
Yeah, you can do a reach around and get him. Yeah.
We'll do
He can do a what?
Or she can do a reach around. Sorry.
Giggity.
So I didn't hear it. Say it a third time.
Around. Oh yeah. All right. That would be a 9 to hit.
A what?
A 9.
Say goodbye to your genitals, dwarf.
Yes. Oh, this is what I was afraid of.
So as Clarissa reaches around Vanguard, and
Does what again?
fires her firebolt at the guard, the firebolt ends up going, streaking past as he's able to dodge out of the way.
The head of what?
Actually slams into the guard behind him.
Right on target.
Yeah, I meant to do that.
Nailed it.
All right. Clarissa, anything else?
So should I roll for damage for that, or does it just like kind of scare him?
It's not. You can roll for damage. That's not. It won't do a ton of it, but.
All right. Okay, so 10 even.
Yep.
Oh, guys, we're done with Fellowship. We're moving on to Two Towers.
Yep. All right.
Is that music playing right now?
That
Yeah.
would be, yeah.
It's really quiet in my ear.
No, it's
yeah,
not
I don't
that.
hear it too much
Yeah,
quite
that's
that loud
what's
here.
her face.
Yeah, I had to turn mine down a little bit ago.
There we go. I've turned it up a little bit, so it is currently playing. Okay. This
Not
moves
battle music
into.
anymore, so let's chill. Alright.
This moves to Karma.
Do I have a clear shot on that dude?
No, I would say on that one,
Pretty
yeah,
sure.
you do, because you just had you had a clear shot on the other guy who was there.
Okay. So part of the assassin skill tree is I get an advantage on attack rolls against any creature who hasn't taken a turn in combat yet. So he hasn't taken a turn.
They've
So
all taken turns in combat.
Moving.
Not
Moving
this
counts
turn.
as a turn.
It's
Okay. So I guess I'll just attack him. 15 plus 3 to hit, so 18 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. And then I will use my sneak on him as well. 6 plus 3,
I
9.
feel like here's the problem running into a sneak attack. Is sneak attack is normally is if they don't know that you're there. You guys have clearly attacked, so they know that you're there. As I'm rereading it over this, it says you don't need advantage on attack roll if another enemy is within if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it, that enemy is incapacitated, and you don't have disadvantage on an attack roll. So it's like, to me, it's almost as if all those three are like, if you have all three of those, it almost as a sneak attack damage, because an extra d6 every. Ridiculous.
I think you were pretty fair because you allowed it once, and so now, you're the
that's-
GM. You make the
I mean,
call.
that's fine for now. We'll go with it, but.
Watch those videos I just posted.
Well, that's what I'm. Well, here's my thing. I'm looking at I'm also thinking of everything. Fuck it, we're wasting time. Let's
No,
just
what I'm
finish up.
saying is you allowed it once, so now the rest of the time, I don't think you should have to allow it because you're being fair by allowing it the first time, and now make your call whatever you think is best.
Well, I'm also just going off of everything else I know from D&D, and that doesn't make sense. That's fine. But we're just at this point arguing the rules, and we can do that throughout chat. So we'll just continue on for now tonight. And that is my bad for bringing it. But anyways, we'll continue on.
Okay, so that's 9 damage on that dude.
All right, he falls over dead as well as breaks him in the chest.
And then I am going to use my bonus action to dash to right here.
you haven't
right.
moved.
Well,
I was gonna
yeah,
say,
sure.
you haven't moved at all.
You can
so
just move. It's not even a bonus action. You can just.
That's just your movement there. All
True.
right, you're fine. Okay. This brings us to the guards. All right, so these guys are not smart. This one is going to move up here.
Well, they're guards for a reason, and if they're anything like the
Attack
town
opportunity.
guard, this level of intelligence does not surprise me. I get to attack that motherfucker, by the
Yeah,
way.
go ahead. Yeah, anyone who had prepared an attack, go ahead and.
Alright, hold on. I had my spell sheet up. Roll to hit is gonna be. 12?
Yeah. Actually, yeah, that one hits.
Yes! Oh, thank God. Thank fucking God. 2 seconds. I want to check one thing.
Now that we know exactly what we need to roll.
At least a 12, which is. I need to roll at least a 6 then.
Where did they go? Oh, plus 2 damage. Okay, that's on my damage roll. Okay, 1d8 plus 5. Yes! That's an 8 plus 5 is a 13.
Yeah, as you bring your longsword over, slamming into him, you basically just cave in his head at this point.
So there's like a pile of at least 2 bodies.
Oh yeah, these guys are like having, like every time I have someone step into that thing, I'm making them make an athletic, like they have to make an athletic roll just to get over the.
Just to step up to through the door.
Okay,
Just to step up through
Step up to the plate, guys.
Has anyone read
It's
the Aragon books?
Yes.
You know the town where Roron makes the mountain of bodies?
That was exactly what I was thinking as I was playing this one. I was like praying that happened. It was good. Anyways. Alright. Thangart, you are up as well.
Right. Well, I don't want to move because I want to allow these guys to.
Just ready your action. They're going to step up to you again.
Why don't you shout a taunt at them or something?
Yep, you can do that as well.
Throw your
I'm
empty
doing-
bottle at one.
Well, I still got a little bit of booze left, so I don't want to throw that.
Okay, then never mind. It's not empty. I take it back.
So I do have a hand axe I could throw at this guy right in front of me, and that would be a hell of a good taunt. But would it be better to ready than doing that?
I would say ready.
Since you'd have to put away your other axe to get that out,
That's true.
that would literally be your whole turn. So I don't even
Right.
think you'd be able to throw it. But that's
Yeah, so I'm just gonna yell at him, taunt him, make fun of him,
Okay.
and stand
The-
here ready.
Okay. Alright, you yelled some insulting phrase, I take it.
I still can't believe that ensnaring thing didn't work.
Alright. This brings us back up to the top of the round. Alright. Make sure this works on. Nope. Alright. So Karma, behind you, out of your shadow pops the lady. She rolls to attack twice. As she's about to bring her knives into your back, you sense that she's there. You're able to
This fucking bitch again.
you're able to whip around. You're able to whip around and dodge out of the way as she does. Let's see if she does. After she has done that, she fades back into the shadow and is able to peace out again as well. Ability might be a little overpowered. Now I'm thinking about it. Anyways.
Nope.
Salix, over to you.
She's gone. She's gone? Okay, she's gone.
She's able to, like... Yeah, I'll go over it later.
Well, I mean, she's popping out of shadows. I thought about making a like, that's metagaming. No, I'm not gonna talk about that.
Yeah, we'll come to it later.
What
are you doing?
I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm just gonna ready in action.
I feel so
Melee
bad for this
attack.
next guy.
Bring on the next one.
I feel so bad for this next guy.
Right.
Alright.
Like, seriously, at what point can they just no longer get through that door? Like, how many more of these idiots?
Well, assume that they're lying down. They're like 1 foot tall. So how tall is the door frame?
It's about 7 feet tall.
We'll have to start
Alright, bring it
using
on.
our actions to move the bodies behind
We've
us.
only got 5 more left to go, guys.
That one moves there. This one steps up to here. This one's going to move back this way. That. Same thing. This one's going to move here. Out and around.
In another group that I played with, we had a name for this tactic because we used it at every encounter that we could. And it was called the murder door system.
It's so good.
I am all for the
Alright.
murder door. Wait, where are those bitches going?
They are disappearing through. You honestly don't know at this point.
Oh, okay. No, they're disappearing on purpose, I guess is all I meant.
This
That's
one-
fine. No, I obviously know I don't know where they're going.
Alright, this one steps in, so Salix, Thangard, and Tyrion all get attacks on this guy. Enjoy.
Oh, wait. We all get to attack this guy?
You all are attacking this one individual who's just walking through right now.
I
Really bad.
am fine with doing that, but I already used my ready
you're-
action. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's just Thangard and Salix then.
Yeah, I mean, if you want me to attack. Jesus, Salix. Never mind. Doesn't
Head
matter.
melted.
Holy
Yeah,
fuck.
As Salix brings his mace down on top of the head just caves in. Thangard basically takes his axe and just cleaves right through the body, basically almost cleaving it in half, but like it's still kind of hanging there. As they pull their weapons away, the body just goes right onto the ground, completely dead as well. At this point, Neros is going to walk up here. Right, and actually, he's gonna hang there. Okay. This brings us to Raven and Tyrion.
Well, I'm just gonna ready my action.
Ken. Okay.
Murder door for life, baby.
Are they running out of bad guys yet?
I'm gonna
Murder
move
door
up
for life.
one and ready in action.
Okay.
Yeah, man, anything that gets even remotely close to me is getting sorted.
Clarissa, over to you.
All right, Clarissa is gonna step here, which leaves me more than 5 feet away from everybody else, and she's also gonna put her back up against the wall as much as possible, so her shadow is in front of her, like press herself fully against the wall.
Okay.
And I'm going to ready Storm of Daggers to cast when
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome.
Whatever that is, that
With
sounds
my
awesome.
last spell, rank 2 spell slot, I'm going to ready Cloak of Storm of Daggers to cast when either the Lady of Shadows pops up or when someone approaches me. And she is also, at the top of her lungs, going to shout the most insulting, obscene things possible about the lady to try to taunt her into attacking her.
Okay.
Including insults about her mother and questioning her gender and the worst stuff you can think of.
All right. Sounds good. To this point. It's very possible. All right. This brings us to Karma.
Karma, seeing what Clarissa does, is impressed and does the same thing, goes right here, readies an attack. And also, I'm out of... Can these guys see me? Where they are?
Oh, I thought you were talking about...
Yeah, they can.
One should be
No,
able to.
I mean they can. Like currently, they're looking out and they can see Thangard, and they'd be able to see you. Yeah, and Clarissa.
Okay. Then I guess I will just back up against the wall and ready my bow for an attack.
All right. Guard's turn again. Step. Dead.
Oh, okay. I don't even need to roll.
Step dead. It's literally just, like that's all it's gonna be. It's literally just step dead, step dead, step dead. At which point these.
So
guards,
how many of them are piled up? Like we're just like there's at
It's
least
Well, we're
5,
14,
right?
so there's 10 of them.
4 or 5.
There's 9 here and 1 here.
That one's gonna.
No,
this
some
one's gonna make its way
disappeared,
over
though.
here. One's gonna make it head over that way. This one is going to be the last brave soul. Step there and.
Time to
dead.
pursue.
This one needs to make it there, and Arrows is going to stand in the room as well and say, "Where are you going, you fools? Get back here!"
They failed a morale check.
At which point they peace out.
All right.
At which point they leave, and Neros is standing there, looking quite befuddled at where.
Stand there with his dick in his hands.
Basically. All right. This brings us back up to the top of the round. Matchroom, seeing all this happens, is pretty much doing the exact same thing. Dipping around like that.
Masturbating furiously.
Yeah, pretty much. As he's taking a page out of Gregory's book and just.
I love blood and violence.
all of it.
I've got a boner for murder.
I'll do the same thing. Okay, cool. All right.
Whoa.
Neros. All right. Neros stands there, staring out the door, and the pile of currently dead bodies that are just piled in says, and just lets out an exasperated sigh at this point. This brings us to Salix. You're up.
I want to step to there.
Yeah.
What do I need to roll to get past the corpses?
Athletics roll. D20 I do athletics.
Okay. Please don't trip, you stupid cleric bastard. Ugh. 14?
You're able to kind of clamber. You end up pushing a few of the bodies out of the way and like kind of have everything like this mound just kind of topple as you clamber up and over this giant mound of just dead.
Yeah, that
bodies
sounds
together.
awesome for me because there's only 2 places those bodies can go.
Yeah.
At least you're tall. I'm probably covered by a magic
From where
point.
you came from,
I
I'm
I was gonna say
assuming-
Thangard's currently just Thangard, Tyrion, and Salix. You guys are just completely covered in gore at this point. It's pretty rough.
It's fine.
Yes.
Dude, I should just roll
Okay.
up there like
For
intimidation
I was
check
gonna say-
style. Like I am
was gonna say,
covered
for
in
the
the
sake
blood
of-
of your men.
For the sake of brevity, you guys are out of combat.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
I was gonna go drop kick that guy.
I wanted to kill the stupid lady.
Well, can I force Narrows to submit?
You can roll for an intimidation. Although he seems to just have sat down at this point and is just sitting in the middle of the room.
Can I?
Can I walk up behind him and cuff him in manacles?
Do we
manacles?
have manacles? You have manacles?
Salix
Lord,
has
I thought
manacles.
the
He bought
gnome
some the other
was
day.
kinky.
He bought some
He comes
today.
prepared.
Good for you, man. I thought
Yeah,
the
you can do that.
gnome was into some weird stuff, but
Clank?
Yeah.
Are they
Like-
fuzzy?
You grapple him. In
Alright,
manacles,
so
he
what are
sits
we-
there and just takes it. Yep.
great. He's in
And then
manacles.
I'm going to
What are you doing
cast
with
a
this
spell
stuff?
Crazy.
called Zone of Truth.
Interesting. Okay.
You guys might
Nice.
wanna disarm him, by the way. Just
Ding.
in
He's
case.
in manacles. He's disarmed.
Yeah, he's disarmed at this point.
So this, okay, I create a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius centered on a point. In this point, Narrows. Until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, blah blah blah, can make a charisma saving throw. On a failed, okay, until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there must make a charisma
I
saving
got
throw.
it. Yeah. I'm looking at it.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yep. Go ahead.
So then I speak to Tyrion and say, "Ask away."
While they do
Okay.
that, can I loot things?
Yeah, if you guys want to loot things, you can.
Alright, well then I'm gonna actually get in here. I have now entered your zone of truth, so I shout out, "I love elven ladies!"
Narrows
turn
just
my
looks like you're kind
attention.
of confused.
To be
Turn my
fair,
attention to Narrows.
you don't have to say what you don't want to, but you can only speak the truth.
Hey, fair enough. Okay, so we've bested your men. Your lady has retreated. Tell me, is there any information you have not given us regarding these children? I guess in Zone of Truth, I don't have to try to intimidate this guy.
No, you
right?
don't have to. No, you don't have to.
It's a shame because I'm covered in blood and shit,
Okay.
but I'm gonna let it roll.
Is everyone in the room right now?
Yeah, that's everyone in the room. There's 2 doors off to you. There's 2 doors off to your right hand side. As you progress more forward into the area, you're able to see kind of this back alcove area with a desk that is sitting there. 2 doors up at the top right area. Arrows.
Wait, Clarissa, is that you all the way over there? Yes, it is.
She's
Yeah.
looking at the magical pool thing.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that makes sense.
He's intrigued by magical objects.
Oh shit, she is. Look at that. Nero says, "The Najar and snakes use boats to transport the children away from here. Go after that. Only Our Lady knew. At least, if she did, she never told me."
Boats, eh? Okay.
Whenever you guys are done with that, Clarissa was gonna investigate the magical pool thingy.
Cool. What should we do with this guy? I mean, he's in manacles.
Well, okay, so I ask him, what has happened to your master?
Good call.
She has done what she always does. Serves herself. Has not lived this long and through all that she has lived through. Just to die in a fight with nothing but temporary annoyances like
Was she still here in this building?
he shrugs and says, I'm aware of where
where, in case this building was breached, where would she flee to?
he kind of points his head and like kind of motions with his head over towards the door on the off to his left. Honestly, first door. Yep. The first. That's her escape route. Beyond that, I'm not sure where she would.
Are there any other men in this base or in this building besides those which we saw just now?
There will be more men here, but not for a while.
How soon can we expect them?
None are due to check in for another hour or so. At which point they'll see the carnage you have wrecked.
As soon as Karma hears that her escape plan, he is going to move to here, then use his dash to move right here and open.
You're out of combat.
You don't
You're
have
out
to
of
dash.
door.
You don't dash when you're out of combat.
You just move.
Okay, so I'll open that door then.
Alright, as you open the door, opens up into a small room. There is wooden crates there. There's wooden crates, different wooden barrels as well. Are you entering the room, or are you just looking at it? What are you doing?
I'm going to stay in the doorway and use my dark vision to see everything in the room, if I can.
You don't really need the dark vision. It's lit pretty well with magical or with torches as well. Even though many people can see through, even though most of the guards you fought were human. Most of them didn't need, so they needed to be able to see somehow. Lit pretty well. Nothing seems to be out of the ordinary.
Okay. I'm going to want to slowly go around and touch the wall and move around the entire room, just to make sure that there's no more doors like the last one. So that's going to take more than one turn. So, just
as you walk into the room, you get farther and farther towards the back. You find a set of staircases that lead even farther down into pitch blackness.
Okay. So once I reach those, I'm going to yell towards everybody else. There's a staircase. We might be able to capture her.
Do we want to capture her, or do we want to go after this Zark?
Have we gotten everything we need out of Naros yet?
I feel like we've gotten everything
So
we
he
need.
told us that children are loaded onto ships?
Mm-hmm. He doesn't know which ones, though. Or at least
I was going to say, looking around this area, there is another door. There's also a desk, or there's a desk, and on the table there's a bunch of papers.
Right.
Is there anything to be seen on this table?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I look?
And
at
can we
the
see
desk,
back here?
See if there's any papers relating.
You want to ask him about the pool and what the hell Lady of Shadows is?
Hey, you can do that.
That's why Clarissa is going to investigate it.
Clarissa, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Yep.
Go ask him, Ryan.
I think you guys will like
anybody
my
can
plan for
ask.
this pool if it is what I think it is. Alright, so that is 9. 14.
Looking at the pool, are you dipping your hand in it, or are you just doing a regular?
She's just gonna put her hand like on the stones around it, just to try to pick
Looking at the pool, it appears to be a fountain of what appears to just be, to your eyes, very liquidy shadow. This appears to be spewing down forth and from that.
Alright, Clarissa's gonna say, the lady seemed to use this to do that nasty shadow trick, so I have a hunch. And she's gonna pull herself up on the table and hurl a firebolt right into the middle of the pool.
Okay, go ahead and roll for damage.
Jesus.
Okay, damage would be 14.
As your firebolt is unleashed, it slams into part of the pool. The pool erupts. Water goes or the liquid shadow goes spraying pretty much everywhere, splashing against the wall, splashing against the side, and then seems to evaporate. Really wet this whole area down. You're sprayed a little bit with his. Yep. Salix, looking on that desk, you find things.
Excellent.
You find a letter. So you find that letter, and there's still another door.
Put a C back here.
That you find a door. You also find approximately you find a nice sack of gold pieces, approximately 100 gold pieces in there. So approximately about 100 gold pieces in there. Anyone looting the bodies, or are you guys just?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I wanted to loot the bodies. And
Before anybody does that, I want to yell out, "We're losing her if we want to get her, guys. It's up to you."
For all we know, we already lost.
As you're looting through the bodies, you find shit. Where the fuck did I go? Down, and I can't find it. I hate it when that happens.
Well, also, while I'm here looting the bodies, I want to snag that dagger that he flung at me.
Yeah, you snag that dagger. Who's saying that, Ryven?
That's Ryven.
Okay, yeah, Ryven, you were able to snag one dagger. You grab it, and it feels feels very well balanced in your hands. Very well balanced in your hands.
And then the bodies too that were here.
The bodies have about 300 gold pieces on them in total. So ever you guys would like to
just split it amongst everyone.
So I want to add the gold pouch.
400 total.
Yeah, I want to add that to the pool.
So once Karma sees that nobody's gonna follow,
Ryven, go ahead and also make an investigation. Or who else was looting the bodies?
We're gonna split it between everybody.
No, I mean who else was looting it?
Cool. I'm gonna pat down.
So it was Thangard and
Arrows.
So Thangard
pat
and
down Arrows.
Yeah, I'm gonna pat down Narrows.
All right, Thangard and Ryven, both of you guys make investigation checks, and as well
Karma
as
wants to check for arrows as well.
As well as you, the Tyrion.
Alright, so I'm gonna give this guy. I'm gonna feel him up real nice and see if there's anything of interest. This is investigation, right?
Investigation.
Okay, just checking.
Is there any modifier added to that?
16.
Investigation modifier.
I think that's a wisdom modifier?
No, it's an intellect, I believe.
Yeah.
Intellect. Okay, either way. For me, for Tyrion, it's 16.
Okay, so, okay. Thangard and Ryven, as you're looting through the bodies, Ryven, you find what also appears to be some form of ring that is giving off some form of magical energy as well. Tyrion, as you're patting down Narrows, you find that he is wearing currently one ring. His hands that also appears to be letting off some form of magical energy, as well as 3 very fine daggers as currently strapped to his belt.
Alright, well, I'm gonna relieve him of his possessions.
Okay.
And give the ring to Clarissa to see if she can tell me more about it. Clarissa, can you tell me more about this ring? Seems kind of funky.
Yes, I can take a look. She takes it in her hand and puts it right up to her eye.
Arcana check.
Let's see. All right, that's a 1.
God damn it!
Oh
Holding
Jesus!
a ring.
I ask you to do one thing.
It's a ring of doing things.
Well, it goes on a finger.
It does stuff.
Well, it could go somewhere else.
Heyo.
How big is that ring? Jesus.
Or how small are you?
Yeah, that's a fair point.
All of the things.
About the girth, man, but we'll get into that later.
Anyways, okay. So Clarissa is holding a ring at the moment.
She'll just take it back to him and go, I have no idea.
Alright, well then I'm gonna just throw that in my pouch.
Thangard, no, you didn't find anything else of value. You're able to pick up your your thrown hand axe, though.
Can Salix see anything back here?
No, it's just a wall. Another wall.
That's a wall there? Okay.
It's a wall, yeah. And then there's one more door. Clarissa, you're over at the door.
Yeah, she wants to crack it
I-
and look through.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
looking.
looking at that. Maybe we should, just in case there's something back there.
Yeah, I'll back her up.
Looking through. All right, come on. Looking through, you walk into what appears to be a room full of cages.
What the fuck?
Ugh.
Full of cages.
Please be full of children.
Are there
Currently in
kids
this room.
these?
Looking about, they are all
No.
empty. They are all appearingly empty.
Well, guys, I say we check out the staircase that.
I was gonna say, if anyone, I was about to say, looking around, there's different rags. There's, I would appear maybe like kind of messed up bedding. Well,
Clarissa's gonna put her hand through one of the cages just to see if there's.
they're all open. Like you can walk
Oh,
into the cage if you want to.
Okay.
Salix wants to go back to Naros.
Okay.
Ask
No,
him-
I haven't left him. I'm not leaving him
All right. So,
alone.
Clarissa, what are you doing?
She's just gonna go back into the main room, satisfied that there's not really anything. Well, actually, hang on. She's gonna search each of the cages just to
All
see
right.
if
Make an
there's
investigation check.
anything identifiable. Investigation is plus what? Wisdom, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, 17.
You're able to find a small slip of paper. Currently in one of them. All right. Okay. So what else are you guys doing?
So Salix wants to ask Naros 2 questions. Who were you keeping in those cages back there?
Oh, just some dogs. Nothing that you need concern yourself with.
Clarissa is going to overhear that and run into the room and shout, "He is lying through his teeth," and wave the note around and then throw it in Tyrion's face.
We
I'm gonna
can't really
sock him
lie.
in the face for that.
You can't really lie.
Oh, can he not lie?
No,
Oh
you
yeah,
can't.
he's in that cone. Still sort of want to punch him in the face.
Punch him in the face if you want.
And
No, he just has to make the charisma saving throw each turn, which he has been surprisingly rolling very well for the charisma saving throws.
I thought it was just the first turn.
No, it's every consecutive
Yeah,
turn.
it's usually
Okay.
those things are every turn.
And then is the city guard on the take of your organization?
A few of them, yes.
Can you give us names? It'll be
I
a lot
could.
easier for you.
I could.
If I could let my little elf friend here get the names out of you. It'd be much easier if you just told us.
Did you technically have to ask him what the names are?
Over the course of the next like 3 or 4 minutes, he gives you a few names. One of which you hear the name. You hear the names Samson.
Oh, that bastard.
You hear the name Samson. You hear the name. You hear a few other names, like Thomas and
Gregory.
Don't hear Gregory is one of the names that you're expecting to hear, but you don't actually. I hear a few. You hear a few others. Nothing like no significant names at all.
So Karma was looking for arrows, and then he's going to, after that, go and propose that he would volunteer to end this man's life if nobody else would.
What?
Carissa's gonna.
No, not about that.
Yeah, we can't do that. Salix steps up and says, "No, by the bows of my order, we can't do that. I have to turn him over to the authorities when we're done here."
Yeah, I'm not killing a guy that we have shackled to the ground that I literally just stripped all his weapons off of.
Carissa's gonna turn to Salix and suggest that if we don't fully trust the town guard, might we turn him over to the local human priesthood and leave him in the care of the religious orders? They're probably more trustworthy than the town guard.
That would also
Lady
work.
Moonface.
Dude, I could care less what we do with him, but I'm not gonna watch someone kill him in cold blood.
There's a door over there.
Yeah, Clarissa's not very comfortable with that either, Tyrion.
So, okay.
Turn him
First
over,
of all-
leave him here, whatever, but I'm not.
First of all, does Karma find any arrows? He rolled
Yeah,
a
you
12.
find. Yeah, you find like
Okay.
The other ones are crushed underneath like all the people who
The people they're in.
Yeah.
Who were
Salix,
cleaned in
yes.
half later.
Salix, I don't have you did it should be under your handouts. Did you get it?
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay,
it
so
should be under your handouts.
so Karma at this point is going to say, from what this organization has done, he deserves worse than death. However, I will submit to your will, Tyrion and Clarissa.
Oh, look, his death is not ours to mete out.
Very well.
Certainly not.
And I'm gonna press my back to the wall and watch for shadows.
All right.
Salix, can Salix speak up now? Is anyone else doing anything?
Yep, go for it.
No, Salix, all you.
Salix speaks up and says, everyone, you need to hear this. So over on the table over there, I found this letter, and I read it out loud. Should I read it out loud, or you just want to show it to everyone?
Yeah, go ahead and read it out loud.
Okay, so, my dear lady.
We do both.
Last shipment you sent were wonderfully enjoyable. Look forward to your next shipment and hearing their screams echo through the streets of Plona. My employer has been pleased with your services and requests your presence in Plona to discuss the future of our business. Sincerely, the Butcher.
And Clarissa will say, well,
Okay,
there's
it should be in
definitely...
all of your inventories now.
Clarissa will say, well, there's definitely no doubt as to who the they is in that sentence. I found this in one of the cells, and she unfolds the note that she had flashed in Tyrion's face earlier and says, it says, save us, please. We're being sold as slaves to snake men. They say they are bringing us to and then the note ends abruptly. I suggest that we take this note to Lady Moonfire and see if she recognizes the handwriting on it. But otherwise, yeah, I think we're dealing with snake men. My least favorite kind of men, coincidentally.
I thought goblin men were your least favorite, but
They're all my least favorite.
fair enough.
So, the Lady of Shadows is probably gone by now, but we can probably count on finding her in Plona if we decide to go there.
I think that's probably a safe course of action. I exploded.
Yeah, I
her
support
fountain
this
thing.
action.
I don't know if that did anything to her, but it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So, I
want
suggest...
to ask him what's down these stairs.
Go for it.
So, what's down the stairs?
Labyrinth of tunnels that's catacombs throughout the entire city. They allow us to dart into buildings and leave and get across the town from one end without being seen.
Karma's going to
traps down
step
there?
up. Vanguard first.
Are there any traps?
Yes, the ones that we set to make sure that no one who shouldn't be in these tunnels, in order to make sure that the tunnels don't come ever out again.
But I should mention to the group that my zone of truth is probably expired by now, so anything you ask him, he can now lie again.
Hey, fair enough. I say we've got what we came for. We've got letters. We've got leads.
Yeah.
Stalix, you clearly want to turn this guy over to someone.
I want to take him to the Temple of Bahamut.
All right, fine. I'm going to come with you.
And then we should probably retire to the Tankard for the evening and plan our next actions.
Yeah, we also need to find out where Polona is.
Yeah, Clarissa.
So I said go back to the inn.
Clarissa will accompany.
Clarissa, as you're looking at the note, I'm going to mention this as well. The hand, it's like ER and then what looks to be almost another R, and it trails off after that.
Ah, okay.
Oh my God! Is it Eris Morn? Are we going?
Why would it be too
Jesus.
All right, you guys pull as you're leaving. You pulling what's arrows along with you up and out of the you're able to take him to the Temple of Bahamut, where an elderly man looks a little confused on why you're turning him, but says that they will make sure that he is tried as fairly as they can. For he notices who you are, notices your holy symbol on your mace, Salix, and is ensures that this one will have a proper punishment of
Does
his crimes.
Does he recognize the symbol of Helm or the symbol of the Brotherhood?
The symbol of the Brotherhood.
Okay.
Recognize.
So Karma, at the end of this, is going to walk up to the prisoner and underneath his breath, very quietly say, "If you ever do anything again, I will find you and I will end you."
An intimidation check.
What's that? What's the modifier on that?
Intimidation.
Zero intimidation. Could be charisma.
Charisma, 15.
No, his name is Karma.
Karma can't remember his own name. Neros.
Shawarma?
Neros hasn't really said anything ever since you guys left the warehouse. He hasn't really said much. He just kind of looks at you, laughs, kind of just scoffs and just is like, "What do you say?" And follows the priest of Bahamut into the sanctuary.
Before the priest leaves, can I say, by your leave, can I perform my prayers this night in your courtyard?
The temple of Bahamut in the courtyard is always welcomed. Your brother. Feel free to use.
Here's a question: did we just roll into that temple covered in guts?
Well, we're out.
Yeah.
Okay, just curious.
Yep, a little bit.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Just curious.
All right.
Is anyone opposed? Is this a good time to stop for the night and RP for the week?
I was gonna say this is actually where
I
we're gonna
think
end
so.
the session. That was actually the ending of the session, right?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
You guys are making your way back towards the green tankard.
Yeah,
the
Salix,
evening.
I'm gonna head back to the tankard and.
You are making your way back to the
Clean
tankard. I'm going
myself
to show you, Juxer. I don't know if you're gonna have that done by.
The middle of the week?
I don't think you're gonna have time. I don't think you're.
No, I definitely won't have time to work on it this week until Saturday.
Okay, I'm gonna show you guys this real quick then. Scroll down. Go to your right.
Oh shit!
This is the country of Zebros. Say for the sake of this is the country that you are currently. All of the points on there are major cities. I will post this in group in.
This is way higher resolution. Can you leave this on my handouts?
I can try.
Oh, maybe they're going to Eros?
Oh, yeah.
So there's two. So this is the country of Zebros. Salix previous session purchased a map, and Dux is working. Cool. Thin brown lines are main roads. These are just the major towns and cities. There are smaller villages throughout these areas, but this is about to the north and to the west of you. East of you is a very large forest, and then to the southeast of you, beginning and the end of the mountain range proceeds down that way. Down below Call, it's an entire is the beginning of an expansive